Me and Kenny, we really don't celebrate Valentine's because our first anniversary was like on the 26th. So our tradition is like just to celebrate then.
Oh, okay. So
I don't really expect anything. Yeah, I don't.
Y'all kill two birds with one stone, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. That was like our first anniversary. So I think
Yeah,
today
I can't even lie.
he's just gonna order me a pizza today. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll take it.
Y'all gotta disrespect me like that. You know I'm not eating pizza, man. Why y'all?
Oh, that's right.
You taking an L, bro.
How's that going? You seem good.
Yeah, I haven't ate a pizza, man. So far, I'm going strong. Almost 2 months, yo. I'm going strong. So you know what I mean? It's diet.
Yeah, damn.
Last year I
die, huh? Wouldn't you?
Would I die to? I don't know, man.
Wait, you don't even eat pizza like that though.
I eat pizza like once a week, dog.
I used to eat pizza like 3 times a week, yo.
Damn.
You definitely got to eat pizza at least once a week, bro. That's like a tradition, bro. Like
last year, I had a goal. I had a goal where I would only have pizza once a month. I failed that in like March. Like I can't do it. That was for once a month, and I couldn't do that.
Yeah, yo. Well, saving a lot of money because I used to buy a lot of pizza, so I'm saving a lot of money.
Well, we live. You snuck that on me right there. Talking about pizza.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Press Start Podcast episode 98. We're almost at 100 episodes. Today's gonna be a great show. We're waiting on Alex. He's gonna pop in a little bit late. That's why I decided to do Google Hangouts, because we're gonna have people jumping in a little bit late. So we got Kid Smooth coming as well on the podcast. He said he's gonna be in around at 9. So, you know, I definitely got to talk to Kid Smooth today. So this podcast is going to be very Xbox focused. You know what I mean? We got a lot to discuss. So, you know, I had to get Rand in here. Say what up, Rand.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me on again, Kofi. It's been quite a while.
Yeah. And I had to get Jez in here as well. Say what up, Jez.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jez7780. What grinds my gears? My voice is going. But yeah. I'm still here.
I was gonna ask you if you're good.
Oh man, I got my water. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
And as you guys can see, J-Main's not here. He's currently licking on some butthole right now.
Wow.
J-Main. Hopefully he has a great night. He's out with his girl. So we'll see him next week. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be listening to the podcast when he can. He said he's gonna be, you know, popping into the bathroom to get some sneak peeks. So yeah, so where should we start? I kind of want to start with something light for now and wait for, you know, Alex and Smooth to jump in. So I kind of want to start with something light. So yo, Jack, what should we talk?
We didn't get our intros, Jack.
Huh?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows it. Yeah.
All right.
You know why I'm here, man. You know.
You know why we're here, exactly.
You know why.
We don't even need intros. You're right.
Yeah. So we got Erica and we got Jack. All right. So what should we start off, Jack, with today?
Where do you want to start off at, man?
You know, you said that 2019.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see what you said.
Is looking really spooky. I think we had a podcast discussion about that. And that was the main topic.
Indeed.
After this month, are you still, you know, holding strong with that opinion that 2019 is looking to be the worst year for this generation?
Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be the worst year simply because, like I was saying, 2014 still exists, which I think is by far the worst year that we've had so far. This generation, but I do think 2019 is gonna make it's gonna give 2014 a run for its money, man. And you know, a lot of people like Jack Move. Every time I mention this, people like Jack Move, why you being so, you know, steadfast on this? It's only 2 months in, it's only 40 some days. Yeah, true, right? But this is the issue, right? I don't see, if I saw where it was getting better at, I wouldn't be like this. I don't see anywhere where it's getting, but what has 2019 shown me or has shown? Y'all got to realize the games that don't even got release dates, they still don't impress me. And the games that have already released, besides, I even throw Apex Legends in there, even though I've seen some people disrespect Apex Legends. Between Apex Legends and Resident Evil 2, there is no other critically acclaimed, universally praised game that people like in this community. Kingdom Hearts 3 did good, but most Kingdom Hearts diehard fans don't even like that fucking game. I'm talking about people that got platinums in all the other Kingdom Hearts games. They can actually sit down and try to explain the story to you. Most of those people do not like this fucking game. Neo GameSpark. He had to be out from 10 years ago when he was a child talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. He don't like this fucking game, people. He said he done with Kingdom Hearts. So I can't even add that to the list of games that lived up to expectations. You know, some people like, some people don't. But I'm not saying it, bro. 2019 is looking hella spooky. I need PlayStation to come save it. Days Gone just had a new trailer. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I really don't care about nothing that I'm seeing, bro. Hopefully Sekiro is good, but I don't even know if I'm getting that game. So,
Jack, that's
definitely.
must-have.
I might have to get it just because it ain't shit else to play. I might have to get it. I might be forced to get Sekiro. Sekiro, however the fuck you pronounce it. It's definitely looking.
Ryan, how do you feel about this? Is 2019 looking promising, or it's not?
I mean, a lot of the games that came out today rated lower than I thought they would, for sure. I mean, Resident Evil 2 is the best game that's come out. I mean, we're only 2 months in. We're only a month and 2 weeks in. To the year. But yeah, like looking at I didn't expect Jump Force to crater at 64.
Yeah, we all knew that game's gonna be trash.
Like, I had originally predicted Crackdown 3 at 75 last year, but once I got my hands on it, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be low 60s, right? I expected Metro to score higher, so I was actually kind of surprised it's only sitting around an 80. And Far Cry, after playing it for the amount of time I have so far, I haven't finished it yet. It deserves that score, about a 75.
Yeah, more of the same.
But I love Far Cry though, so I'm a little bit biased in that regard. I don't think Anthem's going to score very well. I hope Devil May Cry 5 is really good because I like the franchise. I think Division 2 is actually probably going to do pretty well. Sequel, they're going to do things right that they learned, from the first game. But unless there's my most anticipated game of the year is Ori 2 by far. Ooh. Out of all the games that officially have an announced date, if it was Last of Us 2, if that was coming 2019, I'd be like, okay, let it be Last of Us 2. But nobody knows when it's coming. But Ori 2 is that's the one I think is going to be really good, and it's going to be, if that game disappoints me, I don't know, man. My hopes, I love Ori so much. So I don't know what else is coming out the rest of the year. I mean, I'm hyped for Mortal Kombat 11. Days Gone, I've always said is
5, Sekiro.
I don't mean to interrupt, but real quick, this is the issue about 2019, right? What could they show at E3 that's gonna come out this year that we're gonna be like, oh man, that's, you know what I mean?
Nothing.
I think we pretty much know everything that's coming out this year.
Yeah, new Call of Duty, Watch Dogs 3. What else? I mean, Days Gone. Look, a lot of people call me an undercover pony because I like Sony's exclusives, but I've been slandering Days Gone since it's been released or announced. I think that is Sony's. What have I called that game? The runt of the PlayStation exclusive litter.
The runt.
The runt.
I agree with that.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, Death Stranding all look better. But yeah, Jack may be right. It may be a really sparse year because a lot of these companies know that next gen's going to be here. They might be holding on to their games. There is that rumor there's a new Batman game, which if that's true, oh my God, that might be my game of the year.
Jack, you know why I'm holding the hope for this year? Because there's a lot of promising games that are announced, and I'm just thinking some of these games that are announced are going to get release dates for this year. I think it's just not their time. You know what I mean?
Which ones,
because look, out of Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, one of these games have to at least come out this year, Jack. You know what I mean? Or you don't think none of them are coming out this year?
None of them?
Death Stranding's probably going to come out this year.
That's what I'm thinking.
Come out this year, but I don't think that PlayStation or Sony, for that matter, is in a rush to get these games out. They chill, they cool, and we can wait. And they gonna wait on them. You know,
this year's not gonna be like last year. Yeah, Smash Brothers. You got, you had God of War and Spider-Man.
Thieves.
State of Decay too. Oh yeah, that banger State of Decay. Yeah, this year it is transition year. It's this year is a transition year.
But this the thing though, right? What was the last transition year? 2013, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And 2013 had
fire. It had
that's
fire.
one of my
Yeah,
favorite
but
years of gaming.
A lot of
Ever.
them were like 360 or the previous generation games brought over, right?
Yeah,
That's what a lot of them
2013
were.
had Last of Us came out 2013, GTA 5, BioShock Infinite, God of War
Yeah,
Ascension,
Infinite.
like
Tomb
come on,
Raider.
bro. Tomb Raider, like
Yep.
come on, man. 2013 was fire. So I don't understand why 2019 got to be like this.
I think
don't
I think it's just because games take longer to make nowadays.
That's true too. That's true.
Like
Yeah,
you don't.
I'm still holding out hope. I'm still holding out hope that
I'm holding out hope too, man. But every day that Naughty Dog don't tweet something about the Last of Us Part 2, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, that's the only thing this guy needs. Like, somebody needs to like,
Last
yo,
of Us.
somebody needs to announce
I'm
this
telling
game so this guy's heart could be at ease, bro.
I've been feeling a tight way, bro, ever since, bro. You're right. They need to announce a release date. I think I'll be good then. I done had a lot of slander recently, man. I need Last of Us Part 2, bro.
I think spring of next year. That's when that's coming out.
I'm guessing summer.
I don't know. Jack can take that. Look at this guy.
I'm actually guessing summer,
What,
like the
bro?
last one.
God damn.
Yeah,
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Loki. I'm thinking Last of Us might be 2020. It's just my guess, but I have a strong feeling
Poor
that
Jack.
Death Stranding is coming out this year.
20. I think
Death Stranding is coming out this year. I think Ghost of Tsushima is coming out this year. That's what I think.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is a March or February.
It has to come out. That game has been cooking for so long. It has to come out this year.
Yeah, but I asked a couple of my contacts, and they were like, I'm like, so what's Sony's schedule looking like? They're like, the back half of the year is up in the air. Like right now, from what they tell me, both Death Stranding and Last of Us are scheduled for 2019. But they could both easily slip into 2020 if any of them run into issues, or if Sony feels that it's their better position for next year. But they don't know. It's like up in the air.
delay them for quality. They're not afraid of doing that. They said.
Next year, there's going to be.
That's why we
banging,
need
though.
competition. That's why Nintendo and Microsoft had to be lighting a
Yeah,
fire
they
on
ain't got,
Sony's ass to get this
they ain't
games
got no
out.
reason to bring the game out.
Yeah, exactly. They can sit on Last of Us and be like, yeah, we'll wait. We'll match your Halo with Last of Us 2.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of those games are gonna come out this year though, for sure though. I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah, they're too quiet.
Shit,
They're
I hope
sitting on
so,
this stuff.
shit.
Yeah. You guys want to
what's crazy though? I'll tell you, Kofi. What's crazy about what Rand was saying about these games when we were in the holiday of last year, we were going like, yo, February, March, these games, like all these games are coming out, and then they came out and they weren't well.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, this month has been pretty bad, and like a lot of
Yeah.
games that people are expecting to be somewhat decent, like kind of disappointing. But then again, what am I thinking about? Like Far Cry, we all knew that game wasn't going to be all that. It's pretty much a Far Cry Primal.
Yeah, actually, I think it's kind of even like I was playing on Far Cry 5, and then because I was trying to finish it up, getting ready for New Dawn. But when I saw the stuff for New Dawn, I'm like, wow, it just looks it's too close to Far Cry 5. Like Primal was at least a little.
But Primal, yeah, who remembers Primal? They used the exact same map.
They used the same map. They did.
Yep.
They used the same map. They were just like no guns.
Yeah, look, when it comes to the Far Cry series, I'm pretty much done. I think they don't change enough. And it's just boring to me. For me personally,
5 was a lot better than 4, though.
Look,
5 was good.
Far Cry 3
I didn't beat 5. I beat 4 though.
Far Cry 3
Yeah.
was the best and worst thing that ever happened to them.
Oh my god! Far Cry
Because
3.
Far Cry 3 was so good that like it pretty much put the series on the map, even though people fuck with like Far Cry 1 and 2. But they've been trying to recreate that same magic that they had with like Voss and all that since then, and they ain't been able to do it.
I run around my Voss costume on in Far Cry 5 because I missed
they
that
got
game
that?
so much. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
skin.
real shit.
Yeah, your guy can run around in Voss. So when I die, it looks like Voss got killed.
I'm running around in Sam Fisher's suit in Far Cry New Dawn right now.
That's crazy.
I mean, I love
Where's
Far Cry
that
though,
game?
man. Like
Where's
I love
that
Far Cry, so like it's weird in this one because enemies have health bars.
Yeah, and they
It's
pop
like-
numbers off too.
Yeah, and it's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like they're slowly moving these light RPG elements into the game. With loot. There's like tiered a weapon system now and stuff. But honestly, when I loaded up Far Cry New Dawn, I thought it looked better than Far Cry 5.
Really?
Like to be honest, like I thought it looked better. Like the color palette is a little more appealing. Like a lot of the pinks actually looks good. The HDR really well. Like I'm not that far into it. Like so far the story seems pretty garbage, but I'm not surprised at the quick turnaround. But I don't know, man.
Structured the same, like how you have to liberate an area to draw out the.
Kind of, but this time you're building up your base, and you need gasoline or ethanol to build up your base, and you take over outposts and you get ethanol, and then you can allow the bad guys to take back the outpost, which makes it harder, and then you can retake it and get ethanol, and that's how like you build up your community. It's definitely, it almost could be like a really big paid DLC expansion for Far Cry 5 that they turned into a separate game.
But I don't know, like with the Far Cry franchise, I feel like it doesn't do enough new as of late, you know. So that's why I just can't get into it, you know, anymore. But I don't know.
Jazz, someone in chat said I steal all my insider info from Reset Era. But who told you what the Far Cry game was and what it was days before it was announced?
Rand,
who came in here before Inside Xbox and basically told everybody in this chat what was going to be announced at Inside Xbox?
I remember that.
Rand definitely knows.
Rand told me that Scalebound was getting canceled like a week before they announced it.
Rand definitely has the plugs, yo. Don't doubt Rand.
The real shit.
Why do you think we say blame Rand? He's always right. He calls
Any
it.
delay, it's all Rand's fault.
Like all this
Yo,
bad
have you
news.
guys been seeing the cutscenes for Jump Force? By the way, have y'all been
Oh
seeing?
my god!
I've seen a few.
You thought Mass Effect Andromeda was bad? Make sure, guys, go watch Jump Force's cutscenes. It's horrible.
Oh man, that is pretty funny.
This one scene, this character named Sanji, right? He literally was not walking. He skipped across the screen to mimic movement. It was the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He like skates across.
Like, shout out to Visions, yo. Visions been hyping this game for the longest. Yo, but
when I saw the gameplay of that game and I didn't see the destructibles in the arena was just flat, and like playing J All Stars that had like destruction and stuff, like trees and stuff that will break. I was like, oh, this is not the same stuff.
Yeah, but yo, Jai, you gotta admit, I kept that same energy. As soon as I seen that game, I'm like, yo, first of all, boom, red flag. The art direction looks fucking ridiculous. I'm
the
like,
graphics look cool. Like they're using Unreal.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The fact that they're trying to fuse like real life of anime, it doesn't fit. It looks out of place.
Yeah.
Someone in chat just called it Trash Force.
Oh man.
Oh man. That's as good as Smash Trash, right?
Smash
Crash Bros.
Yo, Rad,
that shit definitely trash.
Ran off the podcast. There'll be no Smash Bros slander while I'm up in here.
It's okay. You got my blessing, Rand. You got my blessing.
Look at this. In a room full of haters. Yeah, let's go.
Smash Brothers is good, man. That is good.
Stop that.
So, Rand, did you get to play Metro Exodus, or you need?
Not yet.
Not
yet. Didn't get to play that. Looking forward to it because I am a fan of the Metro series. So I'm going to delve into that when I finish Far Cry New Dawn. I'm expecting good things. They're a good developer. I am a bit surprised, like I said earlier, that I got only an 80. I was expecting like an 85. I thought maybe this would be the game that could kind of push 4A into more of the forefront of like, hey, they've arrived. I'm a little bit worried about the backlash though from the PC community regarding the whole Epic Games thing.
Oh, right.
You mean the crybabies?
The what?
My bad. Crybabies. Oh.
The crybabies. You said that. I didn't say that.
All right, so let's look. I hate to jump back into this topic, but it did pop up on the timeline, and Jack was extremely passionate about it, tweeting about it. He definitely had time to talk about this. So crossplay popped on the timeline.
Again. We're doing this again.
8 months strong, baby.
Crossplay popped back up on the timeline. So I think there was an article recently. I believe it was Sean Layden, right? It was Sean Layden. He said that I think he made some comments that he was pro cosplay, and they're like open to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. And developers came out on like Reset Era and kind of denied that and be like, nah, man, we asked y'all said no. So what's going on here, Jez? Yo, what's going on here?
Sean
Somebody
Layden,
lying, yo. What's going on here?
Yeah, Sean Layden talking out his ass, but he goes on the thing saying like, we're open to crossplay. We got that beta going on with Fortnite, and we're open and stuff. And then some like dev comes on there going, we asked your people, and your people said no. And it's like, who's telling the truth? Well, obviously, and he also actually to High Res Studios, the guys that do what is it, that Battle Royale game that just came out?
Paladins, Realm Royale, and they do that MOBA game, Smite.
Smite, that's what they started with. Yeah, they did with Smite. Yeah, those guys called out Sony going, yo, where's the crossplay? Like, let us in. We're ready when you are and stuff like that. So, I'm sure he's basing it off of their openness with Rocket League, which is going to add now. I think it's going to that update's coming soon with the Rocket League cross progression, I believe, or something like that. That's happening. And then they already did the Fortnite thing. He's probably referring to that. I don't think their doors are wide open. I do think maybe you could crawl in through the peek hole, like the keyhole, maybe. But the crossplay thing I think is great, and I think it works for certain games. I don't want it in all my games because there needs to be a balance, like Spider-Man.
Mouse and keyboard and
great
stuff.
Responsibility. Yes, with great power comes great responsibility. If you are going to make crossplay work, the developer needs to make sure that game is balanced and that game is working so all people have equal experiences. And that's very hard when you have different input devices. And certain games it works with, and other games it might not be favorable to have crossplay because of the different input devices. But I think that it's an excellent thing to pursue, but I don't think it's something that everybody should do because then the development has more responsibility. They got to make sure they want to make it work.
I got to bring up some of this whole crossplay situation that a lot of people are not talking about. And I did not even realize this until somebody tweeted me this. The timing of this whole conversation, specifically with High Red Studios, I got to call shenanigans, right? Because on February 5th, a High Res employee got arrested in a child sexting operation. Now, ain't nobody talking about that. Why ain't nobody talking about that? Listen, bro. Y'all accuse me of doing shit like this when people criticize Sony, you point the finger somewhere else, right? Right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when he get jammed up in this child sex, he's a Twitch partner and he worked at High Red Studios. He got jammed up in a child sexting operation. All of a sudden, the people over at High Red Studio was like, well, Smite ain't got crossplay between all the systems, and Paladins ain't got crossplay between PlayStation. No, fam. What a statement that on this dude that was trying to have sex with minors. Where the statement that on that?
So you think this is a deflection move?
Yeah, deflection.
You got exclusive hat on. Oh man,
Absolutely.
I
didn't even think about that.
When I did see that tweet, though, I did my first instinct was like, "Yo, your game must be dry out there. If you're coming now and asking for crossplay with Sony, like your game must be drying up or something like that, and maybe the people are not playing it because it's just weird how all of a sudden it did. You're right. I didn't know about the child thing, but I just thought it just weird that all of a sudden this guy just calls out, sort of like remnants of last year when everybody was getting on
Sony out of nowhere
for doing that stuff.
I got the article right there. But one thing I will say about the crossplay though, right? I think this is just me thinking. I'm not sure. I think I tweeted this out too. I think the crossplay thing is like PlayStation is willing to do kind of what Jay was saying. They really willing to do crossplay with games that are popping right now, right? Rocket League got a lot of players. Fortnite got a lot of players. But I think if these games ain't popping like that, they like, hey man, fuck you, crossplay. I really think they feel like that. Is that right? You got to be the judge.
I feel the same, dude. Apex Legends, they're already talking about it.
They'll
get it. They'll get it.
Yep, exactly.
So like, I'm not sure how much because I made a video and I was like, is Sean Layden lying or he just doesn't know? Because he was like, he kind of said it's on the developers. Like all you got to do is talk to your PlayStation account manager and we'll get everything going. And then the Warface guy or the War Group guy is like, we talked to our PlayStation account manager and we talked to the higher ups and you guys told us no. So but War Groove is a game that nobody really knows about. Not many people really care. Rocket League, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duties, the Battlefields, like the big franchises, if those big publishers, if they want it, I think they'll get it. Yep. I mean, because I read into some of his other comments, like Sean Layden's like, like the PlayStation community wanted crossplay. There wasn't just a vocal minority. So we're going to do what the PlayStation community wants. It's not so much crossplay that I want, it's cross progression. I think cross progression would be a cooler thing.
Yeah.
I agree. But that's another thing, that problem too, was when people invest a lot of money in buying customizables, maybe not the progression, but the investment in the stores, a lot of those things might not be transferable because you're buying them from like a PlayStation store or the Microsoft store, and does my skins carry over and things like that. Like that, I don't know how that works, but that's what people to gravitate to, especially with this whole all the loot boxes and investment. A lot of it is customizable stuff. So does all that carry with you and things like that? I know that was one of the biggest problems. I think, like, I don't know, can you use the PlayStation Plus skin on the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite? Like, I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't see.
I definitely understand what you're saying, but like Ryan, I agree. Like, I feel like crossplay is definitely cool, especially in fighting games. Like, apparently, like Dragon Ball FighterZ is like absolutely dry in the wasteland on Xbox currently. That's what I heard. Someone told me. So, games like that, I think it works. You know, like Street Fighter 5 being crossplay between PC and the PS4. I think that was pretty cool because before, you know, fighters came out, you know, I was playing that heavy with my boy one night, you know, and we had some people jump from PS4 and come play with us. So I think that's actually pretty cool. But progression, like what Fortnite does, I think that's super dope, and that should be implemented more in games. Like, you buy one copy, you sign into like an account, like a Destiny account or Epic account or whatever, and all your stuff transfers over. I think that's dope, though.
Well, it wouldn't be buy one copy. You'd have to buy both. You'd have to buy one on PlayStation, one on Xbox. But you're buying the thing. It's like, who really wants to start over on Destiny 2? If you're playing an Xbox and then start over on PlayStation, it would be cool just to have your stuff there.
Real quick, we got to bring up another topic, though, right? To bring up another topic. Now, originally back in like June, crossplay, Sony, why are you not doing this, that, and the third? First of all, I do got to put my little pony stats in there real quick. PlayStation still has the most crossplay games between any of the three. I just want to put that out there. Also, PlayStation has been doing crossplay since last generation. You remember when Microsoft said no because they're a closed platform?
A lot of the VR games are crossplay.
That too. Another thing. They put it on Rocket League, or they still put it on Rocket League. They put it on Fortnite. I played crossplay with my homie Nintendo God. I guess you can figure out what system he was playing on. I played crossplay with him one time. And when they allowed it, ain't nobody saying that, bro. How long crossplay been on Fortnite? 4 or 5 months? Nobody talks about this. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody truly cares. That's my issue. Now, the devs being upset, I understand the devs being upset. I would want my game to be crossplay. But the gamers, y'all don't care, bro. That's why I get so angry. Y'all just be wasting time on Twitter, complaining about shit you're not gonna utilize. You're crying about cross-playing games you don't play. You didn't have no intention on playing, and then you want it on games you're not gonna fucking play. Stop this.
But Jack, you don't think it's just a matter of like when you have it, you're obviously not gonna really talk about it, kind of thing. Like it's like when we have party chat.
I don't hear nobody using it though.
Or invites, like we have it, we're good. But when we don't have it, like
you don't realize
Crackhead 3, then you raise hell, you demand,
But I don't hear nobody like, oh, I'm using crossplay. Like, you just don't even hear it. Like, I don't really think nobody.
Or like playing with their friends on different consoles.
Like I said, I used it once, bro. Like,
do you think these are like the building blocks for a bigger picture that could happen in the future? Right now, maybe cross plays with a lot of indie titles, smaller titles, games like Rocket League, maybe Fortnite. Maybe it gets to a point where, you know, maybe a big AAA title like Anthem or Destiny gets this kind of feature. Maybe these are just the stepping stones until then, though.
You know why I'm gonna say no? You know I'm gonna say no? Because any huge third-party dev, EA, Ubisoft, they could have crossplay in their games right now if they wanted it. If they went and said to PlayStation or Xbox, Nintendo, we will not release any of our games on your platform until you allow crossplay with the other systems. You think Sony, Nintendo, what they gonna do? They gonna be forced to do it. It's no way they not gonna accept that. So if crossplay was really something that devs really, clamor for and wanted, it would already exist.
Yeah, I remember the Fallout 76 guy at E3 last year going like, well, Sony's not going to do it. And he came out all like bitchy about it. And I was like, you know what? Then don't put your game on the PlayStation if you really are against it.
Exactly.
See what happened. And they probably should not put the game on any system last year because the game's not good. But the thing is that I understand what you're saying with the crossplay. Like, I think it works for certain games and big ones. But the other thing I have to agree with is that crossplay is not going to be the kumbaya everything because you got 3 ecosystems that are charging to play online. Nintendo got subscription, Xbox got subscription, and PlayStation got subscription. They want that money. So they're not going to just say, go play with your friends on Nintendo. Nintendo's going to be, you want to go play with your friends on Nintendo? Get over here and give me that subscription. And unless they drop their subscriptions and we're all kumbaya playing free online like PC, everybody's going to have their pull. And that's why I think Sony is being real cautious, because you don't want to just open up the floodgates and say, again, play with it.
You bring up a very great point, bro, because at that point, then the console manufacturers are going to be like jostling to get people. Oh, like that free to play shit. That free to play shit is important that you got to pay on Xbox, but not on nothing else. Like if I got a friend on the fucking Switch or the PlayStation or the Xbox, I'm like, I can play with you on the Xbox, but I can get a goddamn Switch. I ain't gonna have to pay for the, you know what I'm saying?
I know. So it's kind of
it's cheaper. Weird. Like,
yeah, exactly. Nintendo Online. Talk to Tin Cans.
Speaking of Nintendo, I got to call out somebody in the chat. Daily Bits, okay, says, I want to see the same energy from the Nintendo. Still don't have decent internet from both Kofi and Erica. Though, to be fair, I don't even have the internet, the online for Nintendo, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm not even paying for it. Someone paid.
We've been talking down on that thing since the beginning. So
see, that's what's always funny too. I notice Jack does this too. You know, every time, or people in the community do this too a lot. You know, every time like a company be under fire about something, you know, whether it be crossplay, whether it be this, whether it be that, you know, people always jump to like the other platform and tell people what's happening over here on Xbox or what's happening here over Nintendo, you know, like they're always, I feel like that's like a little bit of a deflection.
Because
if we're discussing PlayStation and we're trying to come to a solution to make this better, why even bring it? Why is your main focus?
You know why I do that?
But Xbox though got this, but PlayStation.
You know why I do that?
I mean,
you know why I do that?
Why you do that? Why you do that?
I do that. I do that because everybody else does it. Why can't I do it? Like, why can't I do it? Why can't I? Every time something wrong with the goddamn Xbox, people bring up people be blaming Crackdown reviews on PlayStation fans. Like, how the fuck we got something to do with that, bro?
Those guys are wrong too, though. They're wrong too, though.
What I'm saying, they do it, so I do it. Like, if they didn't do it, I wouldn't do it. But people don't know how to keep the conversation in a certain area, man. We was talking about crossplay. Somebody was like, "What they say? Why PlayStation got cloud saves under paywall? Like, what? What the fuck? Cloud saves got to do with crossplay? Like, what are you talking about?" So people like to switch the narrative, man.
Jack, do you think it's just because the other two, you know, Nintendo's been a little underwhelming, Xbox is going through what they're going through? Do you think it's like their way of like, you know, trying to get you to go down too?
You know what's crazy, bro? Like that Fortnite survived together, Xbox and Nintendo. That video spoke to me on so many levels, right? They really on some like we got to drag PlayStation down in the muck with our fuckery type shit, and the fan bases adapt that mentality. They trying to team up. PlayStation on top of the game right now. PlayStation been on top of the game past 25 years. I ain't heard So they trying to. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. Like I said, people complain about PS Now. PS Now is the most successful game in streaming service out of all of them combined.
Does that matter though? If they're complaining about something and they want something fixed,
but this is the thing about complaining, right? Oh, and this is nothing I want to
complain about it. Let them complain about it. Who cares if it's the biggest one though?
Whoa. This is something I want to bring up because this don't make no goddamn sense, bro. Okay.
All right.
People complain about PlayStation Now about shit that they know why it's like that, right? People may complain about PS Now. You cannot download PS3 games. It has been, if you know anything about the gaming system, you know that the cell processor is the reason you cannot download PS3 games on the PS4. That is a well-known thing, right? Why are people still complaining about this? It's nothing they can do right now for you to download a PS3 game onto the PS4. That's some shit you got to accept, bro. Like, stop complaining about it. When they made the PS3, it did not have enough RAM to do party chat. That was a mistake they made at the beginning of the generation. People in 2012, 2013 still complain about it. Motherfucker, it's never gonna come. You have to accept that. Like, it's stupid, bro. And like I said, I don't understand how people complain about PS Now when it offers more than fucking Game Pass. It just does. It just does.
When they're complaining about PS Now, what they complaining about though?
That you can't download PS3 games.
And download the PlayStation 3.
Yeah. We know why you can't do that. Stop complaining about that. Complain about something else.
But there's a ton of games in there. Yeah, somebody who really only had a few. Had the PlayStation 3 for a couple of years. There's over 700 games. I think they're gonna wait till the PlayStation 5 announcement to be like 1,000 games in that thing.
This is what's crazy about that.
They're doing like 5-6 games a month.
Jess, it's more downloadable PlayStation 4 games on PS now than it is games entirely on Game Pass.
Yeah, there's about
viewed as a better service?
274 game downloads on PlayStation 4 games. Yeah, they do. They have a lot. They added actually in October. I think they added like 25 or 30 games. In December, they added like a whole bunch of games. They weren't like amazing games, but they added a bunch of PlayStation 4 games to it.
So you feel like, Jack, you feel like basically we expect too much from PlayStation, or like we put a high standard. That's why you have a problem with that.
And no, but this is the thing though, right? I don't have a problem with people having higher standards for PlayStation for two reasons. One, I do too. I have a very high standard for PlayStation. If they're not meeting my expectations, I'm gonna be mad about that. My main issue with this is people won't admit it. People won't admit it. It's just like if you notice most people that claim to be neutral gamers on YouTube, their preference is the Xbox, but they're too ashamed. I don't know if they're too ashamed or they don't want to admit that they like the Xbox, but they love the Xbox. Cody Eastwood. I put a name. Cody Eastwood. I'm a neutral gamer, everybody. I'm a neutral gamer. I play everything.
Yeah, we know he's
exactly. So he like the Xbox, right?
We know that. Come on.
If he would come out and say, I prefer the Xbox, but I do hold PlayStation to a higher standard, right? I ain't got no problem with that. I do too. Admit that. People act like, bro, like I said, bro, and people just don't admit shit. Like if Nintendo, this is my example. If Nintendo made a shitty platforming game, right? Wouldn't you be more shocked if they did that than if Microsoft or PlayStation made a shitty platforming game? Why? Because you have high expectations when you hear the words platformer and Nintendo. So when you hear the words PlayStation and gaming, your dick need to be touching sin like, damn, I know what they capable of. So when they disappoint you, you should be disappointed. But people don't, it's an energy thing. Kofi, I don't see the same energy, bro.
My thing is, like, why aren't we holding everyone to high standards? That's what I'm wondering. Like, I get like that with Nintendo. People they're like content with like these random whatever games that aren't even like that big. And I'm over here waiting for like the big guns. I'm like, well, where's the big stuff? It's
exactly.
Like, I don't understand where like.
That's
what you're gonna get with Nintendo. Nintendo, I can guarantee you the next Switch 2 is gonna have Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers 2. It's gonna have Mario 5 and 7. Like the lineup that they're gonna have. They're gonna have Zelda 2. Like Nintendo does the same thing all the time. But I want to just jump into that whole thing with why to switch and play together and stuff. Nintendo, Microsoft, and these crossplay thing is opening the doors to a company that is just starting to be online. They are getting all these influx of people that people just like, hey, Nintendo, you want to play with our guys? Here you go. And Nintendo's like, shit, okay, we only have like 20 million consoles out there, but yeah, we'll take all your millions and your million of people and bring them onto our platform. Nintendo's manipulating everybody, and then as soon as Nintendo starts selling, they're gonna tell everybody, go fuck yourselves with Nintendo. Here's Mario 2.
This is another thing. Erica made a great point, and I said this on Twitter. Commonly, even though we make fun of Xbox for not having no games, we do that, right? Xbox does catch slander, Nintendo catches slander. Don't get me wrong, but it is frowned upon to make fun of Xbox and Nintendo. It is not frowned upon to make fun of PlayStation. I got examples if you need them. Listen, bro, when a game performs poorly on Nintendo, well, the fact that they just got it to run on Nintendo, you should be
stop.
You
Where do you hear this shit from? Where do you hear this from?
They do say that.
It was fun.
You be looking at these fanboys or these things.
No. When Doom came on Nintendo and it was sub HD, people said you should just be glad that they got it to run on Nintendo. It was a fucking miracle that it could run on Nintendo.
These people are what you call the corporate
we don't remember the beginning of the PlayStation 3. It was so much fun to make fun of PlayStation 3 with the giant enemy crab. Don't you remember? Like the PlayStation 3 was like a joke. And it was a big George Foreman grill. Do you remember George Foreman showing the
They should have
PlayStation
roasted
3?
it. Check this out though, right? When you criticize an Xbox thing, well, blame Don Mav3rick. Don't blame Bill.
I don't believe
Give
that
him some
shit.
time, God damn it.
You know what?
He's acquiring studios. He's trying.
For that one, I'll give that one to you, Jack, because I do hear that. I do hear that a lot. That this is not
you hear that from
games yet.
You hear that You hear that from one camp. That's what you hear.
Bro, in 2014, people saying give Phil 3 years. How they gave him 2 extra? What the fuck gave him, Phil?
I think I said this on my show. I was like, if Don Mav3rick made mistakes in 2011 that are affecting us
Exactly.
now in 2019.
Exactly.
Somebody better go hire his fucking ass because he's a visionary. If that guy can make
People
that
act like Phil
impact.
Spencer wasn't working at Xbox when Don Magic was there. Like, he saw this shit happen. He didn't say nothing.
He was there.
Fucking
He was there.
galactic head motherfucker.
Dumb, man. I want to know what his face looks like when they say, motherfucker still blaming me and shit. Like Don Matrix, like he's sitting on a beach somewhere cashing his million.
It's an easy cop out because it's just one of those things where you can like everything's gonna be better because this is the last game. But the thing is, like, Phil was head of studio from 2000 to 2014. Like, sure, Don was in charge. See, this is where I don't get where people like, well, Crackdown's a Don Matrick game. I mean, technically, like, why do people say that? Because he was head of Xbox at the time? Yeah.
But here's the thing, Rando. I always hear, I hear it was Phil's baby, though.
Well, it is his baby, and he is head of studio. So here's the thing: people are like, "Oh, well, Don Matrick gave us, Quantum Break and Scalebound, or Quantum Break and all these other great." But it's not like it's Phil. Like, those are all Phil's games. Phil, Sunset Overdrive, Rise, all that stuff. He was head of first-party studio. He made all those deals. Despite the fact that Don was in charge, they're all Phil's deals. They're all Phil's games. Going forward, they're all Matt Booty's games because he's in charge of first-party. So he's making the deals. Like, yeah, Phil runs Xbox. I don't know. I think it's just people, like, hoping that
is this real name Booty?
Yeah,
Matt Booty.
Matt
Booty.
Can we call all Xbox games going forward booty games?
I got
so booty.
I got to interject.
Triple A would be the big booty game.
It's either big booty or little booty.
I got to interject here.
Flat booty games.
I was listening to what Jack was talking about how PlayStation games are held to a higher standard. I'm thinking about it, and I got to say he's correct, and for this reason.
Of course.
When you think about Sony games, who is Sony being compared to right now? Like
themselves.
They're fighting against each other.
Not just themselves. I would say they're also compared against Rockstar and CD Projekt Red.
That is true. That is true.
And those are probably the three top tier mature title games companies out there. When you think of Xbox, you're not thinking about any comparison with the games like the caliber, like The Witcher 3 or Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead 2. It's just a completely different universe.
And I thought it was crazy how this week what Sean Layden did his DICE thing, talking about quality, and we're going to delay, and we're going to make bigger and take longer to make these games, and then we have Crackdown at the tail end of the week. And it's just like they are, and I'm going to tell you this, I think you guys are right in the fact that they now hold themselves to this high standard that they can't release a 70 or 60. They got to release now expectations of Game of the Year contenders.
You know why? Because it looks like their studios are all in cooperation with each other, and they all compete against each other.
They said that. Like when God of War was coming out, Corey was talking about how like they brought in like damn near like all the big wigs from Naughty Dog because they didn't want the God of War to play out like it did. They bought a lot of people from Naughty Dog to like convince them not to do it. You going the wrong way with this, and he stayed steadfast in his convictions, and you see how that turned out. But they definitely competing with each other, like, and they help each other. They work together. I think that's what first party studios should do. But you don't ever really hear stories like that from Nintendo or Xbox.
Xbox just did it. I think he just brought them together. I think they took
Remember Sea of Thieves? The water. Didn't they transfer the water?
That's because you don't hear about Xbox because their first party studios. It was 343. It was Rare. It was Turn 10, and it was the Coalition. So like you don't really have it there now. Hopefully you do going forward. They do have a lot more talent than they are. I think they've hired like 700 developers across all their studios. So, I mean, they are like, look, the debacle of Scalebound, the debacle of, like these Crackdown reviews it's a systematic issue of them relying on second party developers to build their games, which goes all the way back to the 360. Now, I've said, and I've gotten ridiculed for this because I believe the future of Xbox is bright, right? Because Microsoft finally showed me that they're serious about gaming. The one thing I wanted from Xbox was the investment and building a first-party studio stable, which they never did. You're letting Sumo Digital work on Crackdown. Your IP. You're letting Crytek make Rise. You're letting Remedy make Quantum Break. You know, like you don't own. Like it's like if you want the game to be good, you have to bring it in house because some of these studios aren't good and some of them are. And Microsoft finally realized with Scalebound, with and especially with Crackdown, that they have to bring development in house. They have to.
Jack, I recall on the launch of the Xbox One. Did I not just say when the people were comparing games and exclusives by Sony and Xbox that Microsoft didn't make that game? They hired somebody else to make that game. Yep. Microsoft didn't make that game either. They hired somebody else to get that game. Oh, but it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay.
It definitely does.
Well, it worked out last gen because Microsoft was the leader. You could get people like Epic Games.
But they were still making their own stuff too.
It worked out.
Not really. I mean, Microsoft's first party even last gen was pathetic as well. They have Bungie making Halo. They didn't really have that many studios.
Fable,
like
Forza.
It worked with years. Like Epic was
Fable. I mean, they still have that now. I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah, they had the leg up last generation because Sony actually shot.
Because Sony screwed themselves.
Yeah, Sony and they had a year.
Screwed themselves. PS3 way overpriced for what it was offering. We all know the first party lineup
and
at launch was really bad.
Steam was a joke
a year
back
late.
in 2005. PC gaming wasn't like it was. So it's like Xbox had back in 2005. Bond back in 2005. Come on.
Hold up. No. I Steam was a joke. Hold up. Let me get my time frames.
Yeah. You got Bond.
I mean,
right now.
Half-Life 2 came out in 2004.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Microsoft
I thought Half-Life came out in 2002, but that was Xbox Live.
So
Half-Life came out my freshman year of college, and people were pissed off at Steam.
Exactly. So
people
with the 360, Sony was fucked. PC gaming was nothing because everybody hated Steam. Like they had everything going for them.
PC was in a large transitional period in 2004. He is right.
Yeah. So they had everything going for them. Now, PC gaming strong as ever. Nintendo's back on fire. PlayStation's the top of their game. It's going to be a struggle. You got Google about to enter the market. Rumors of Amazon. Like everybody wants a piece of the pie because they realize gaming is going to touch 4 billion people, and they see money, they see profits, and they're all coming in. It's going to be interesting next few years, next gen, that's for sure.
I definitely wanted to save the Crackdown talk until Smooth arrives. He's going to be in here
in a minute, right?
Yeah, in the next 10 minutes. So since we're talking about the future of Xbox, we all know Crackdown 3's reviews were abysmal, terrible. Do you guys think from here going, it will be better though?
How can it get worse?
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, when you think about it, okay, we got Gears, we got Ori. Those should score.
Let me ask you all a question. I proposed on Weapon Wheel podcast last week. Is this the worst generation any company has ever had for first-party games?
Probably since I've been gaming. Yes, that I could think of.
That I could remember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My first console was the Sega Genesis,
And even crazier, Kid Smooth agreed to that point.
He definitely did.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. I want to talk with him. That's why I want him here.
Intervention. We need intervention.
I want to talk with him.
He did dislike on my video.
We're gonna save
for
him to get in here, man.
Like I feel like Rand at one point just didn't have a choice and had to get a PlayStation 4. It just came to that.
If you love gaming, if you see all these great games, how can you not, to be honest, want a PlayStation? Because they're dropping some quality experiences out here. So like
unique experiences. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Like I when they said $500 Xbox One X, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use that money not to replay my games in 4K. I'm gonna get a PlayStation, and I got one.
All I know is this: the Sony fan base got me a PlayStation. Smooth got me a Switch. Xbox dudes, get your sales up and get me an X.
Oh man, what buying X at, man?
Man. So I think I don't know if you heard anything rando, but I'm hearing that Ninja Theory is probably going to be announcing their game this E3.
Oh, I thought they did help it on the Switch.
I hope Xbox makes. Damn, actually, you know what? I don't know if I want Xbox to make good games because I like
what?
winning these bets.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get all his games.
I like winning these bets with Smooth. If Microsoft starts making good games, I can't.
I want to
get
know
free games.
who is publishing the Hellblade on Switch? Is
I
it?
think it's Microsoft,
It
right?
has to be Microsoft. They
Yeah.
own the
Are
damn
they
company.
publishing it?
I think so. I think
Or Ninja Theory self-publishing it on the Switch?
That-
If
that
Ninja
thing's like-
Theory, hold on. If Ninja Theory
Go ahead.
self-publishes it, that's still Microsoft because they
Yeah,
own
I guess
them.
so. Yeah, I just wonder if you'll see an Xbox Game Studios logo on the Switch.
you probably will.
I'm just saying. While I do want them to make good games, I'll just miss having my free games. That's all.
No, but you know,
You've
Smooth
won
make
enough,
crazy
Bond.
bets though.
He talked about how he not giving up. We're going to deduct that from the Patreon.
Yeah, what's up with that? He says he wants to fight you for it.
Wait for the boy to get in. Yeah, wait for
That's all you gotta do.
boy to
Bond.
get in. dog.
Just
Wait
start
for
betting
the boy
that
to
Xbox games won't get like 100 on Metacritic. Smooth will bet some shit.
Yeah, I'm already trying to bet him. He says that the next
No,
year,
and yeah,
he
somebody
says
has to tell
Gears
him
of
that.
War 5 will get a 92.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him.
We
to
already
stop
got a
that
bet on
one,
that.
too.
Yeah, we already got a bet on that.
A 90, right?
told him
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a-
It will not
95.
get a 90.
You think it's 90?
Oh yeah, Gears of War 5 is coming out this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yo, you know, it's not all bad, yo. Gears of War 5 should be a good
Damn,
game.
Crackdown
So
3 is
my-
down to a 60.
Jesus.
That's the latest.
Crazy.
Gears will be all right though.
I
It- it'll be good.
think Gears will be fine, but the problem, the concern that I have is with the Halo concern, where everybody knocked that we were playing a different character and it wasn't focused on Master Chief, and now they're saying it's a mistake. That was a mistake. You're not going to have that again with Halo Infinite. And now with Gears of War, they're kind of doing the same thing. Marcus and his son seem not to be the focus of it, and it's Kate's story, and random dude number 4 are going to the ice level, and it's like, is this going to feel like an expansion or really Gears of War 5? Or is this going to feel like an extension of Gears of War 4? I think they're going to change.
Like with the Gears franchise,
Oh,
The
get
thing
ready for feminist Gears.
you
Gal,
know, the thing is,
care about
they're
that.
kind of in a
Man.
predicament if you think it.
it's
Hold on.
coming.
No,
But
you're kind of in a predicament real quick, you know, because the thing with Gears of War, like it really does have like a unique playing style. So if they change too much, it's really gonna affect the core base that love Gears. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden, you know, you don't have that roadie run no more and they completely switch it up, you know, it's not gonna be Gears no more, and people are definitely are gonna complain, and you don't want to really piss off the core fan base. But that's what I'm saying. If you keep it the same too much, then people are gonna complain and knock it for that, right? People are gonna knock it for that. But if you change it too much, people are gonna be like, nah, this ain't Gears
You
no
just
more.
gotta when
You
you
know what I mean?
change it though, you gotta make sure that it actually, you know what I mean? Because God of War, the new God of War,
Yeah.
don't play like the other God of War.
God of War changed.
I
And
feel
it
like
looks-
games like this.
From what I saw of Gears of War, it looks great. Like I have nothing to do with the gameplay or that stuff. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at what happened with the Halo franchise and how they're saying it's a mistake. They're coming out. They're like, it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Locke was wrong. We need more Master Chief. More Master Chief.
They just false advertised that Halo 5.
Well, they did.
So
false
Jez,
advertised that. So
Jez, you're thinking that they might think that way about Kate. Like maybe they shouldn't go that direction. Of Kate.
No, they could go in that direction, but the thing is that it could be perceived that it possibly could. Does it feel like a Gears 5 or is this Gears 4?
Look,
Mm.
Like a Lost
Like
Legacy
4.5
Like,
or
look,
something.
Yes, like Lost Legacy or something like that. And I'm hoping it's not that way, but I'm just saying I could see reviewers possibly going, this should have been a Gears of War 4 expansion. This really doesn't feel like the next Gears 5.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Here's my opinion on
Franchise
it.
it's really hard to change for me personally because like certain things you got to keep the same, yo. Go ahead.
My,
Amanda.
opi-
No, I think
my
they'll keep-
opinion is simple. In a world where men can't even keep the goddamn girls out of Boy Scouts, they coming for this next game. They fucking
Well,
coming for this game. I
the thing
guarantee
is-
it.
Yep.
The thing is that she makes sense. Kate makes a lot of
She
sense for the
does.
story. Everybody who played Gears 4 and
But-
who
Yeah.
follows Gears, but to the outside, yeah, they might look in and be
But-
like, what's with these girls,
Exactly,
you know?
yep.
And it's
And
just
no,
going to cause negative attention.
And what I'm
Exactly.
gonna say right
Yeah.
now, if
Whether good
Kate
the
was
game's good or bad, that's exactly what's going to happen.
And if
Erica.
Kate was the focus
Right.
of this thing, then she should have been. We should not have had Marcus's son. Get him out of there. Make him Marcus's daughter. Make her Marcus's daughter.
There
or
you
make
go.
her related to
Mhm.
Dom or somebody, Dom's daughter or something like that. I don't know, but make it related to the character. Why would you introduce Marcus Phoenix and his son and make it like a father-dad, father-son thing, and that's the conflict?
I don't know. Like,
I think it just fell flat. They thought it was going to be a thing, and it fell flat. That's what I think.
like
with this gear
I
situation, I don't want to talk about
cat,
what it is, man. I know, Raven. I know what you're talking about.
And playing as cat, like I don't really see the big issue.
That's gonna be
Yeah, we don't, but Bond's probably right.
You gotta realize
outside.
People still don't realize why you playing as Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2. Like, my guy, what you thought you were gonna be playing as a goddamn?
It's not like we haven't seen this character before, and like Erica said, like they kind of introduced like a whole backstory for it. So I don't really see or have a problem with playing as Cat as the main protagonist in Gears of War.
Don't, but you got to remember the Gears core demographic. That's one of the couple of games that like coined the term dude, bro. If I'm not mistaken, like
I mean,
people
just
that
think
play
of like
Gears don't want to play as no fucking woman, man.
I mean,
think of Solid Red.
That's corny, dog. That's corny. Why do you this area where
stick figure? I'm telling you this right now. It has nothing to do with it being a woman. I'll play with a fucking stick figure. I don't give a shit. My thing is that if you want to stick to the story, first of all, they should have made it Kate and his son. Why do we have Kate and random dude number 4? That other guy, like I don't know what they're trying. Like,
wait, which dude? Which one are you talking about?
Black guy. No one knows the black guy's name.
Yeah,
Nobody knows.
He's the driver. I think he's the driver. He takes her up to the Iceland.
Yo, Rand, you know the black guy's name?
I don't know his name.
Nobody knows the black guy's name, bro.
Wasn't it like Dell or something like that?
Yeah. I think it was
Isn't
Dell.
it Dell? Yeah.
But I think I told Erica my theory on what they're doing with Gears 5. They're gonna set up Kate as the villain, and then in Gears 6 you'll play as JD on a mission to either save her.
Won't that just be like Halo?
Yeah, I know, right?
I think it'd be good though.
Or they could flip it, where JD, because of his like single-minded devotion, becomes like a new General Rom, and he becomes the villain as kind of a flip on the series where Marcus was the protagonist. Now his son is the antagonist, and you got to like take down JD. I don't know. That's just kind of thinking about how they could go about it, but I think Gears 5 is going to be good. So Gears 4 they made in 2 years. Gears 5 3 years. A bigger team. I think Coalition's at like 350 devs now.
Jesus.
So I'm expecting Gears 5 to be a much better game than Gears 4 was. And if it's not, I'll be disappointed.
I saw Rob was on Electric Playground, and he was saying Gears 4 was safe, and they're trying now. The Gears 5 is going to be the Coalition's their game. So I'm interested really to see what the multiplayer is, because I was disappointed with the multiplayer in 4. I felt like it was safe, and it really didn't evolve to the next gen Gears that I thought it would be. Hopefully 5 has those destructible environments, has those environmental events that happen, and has some really cool mechanisms. And I'm always saying here, I keep throwing out my idea of Gears of War. Capture the Brumac. Put that in the game. You got a Brumac on one side, a Brumac on the other. I capture your Brumac and bring them over to my base. Come on, let's make it happen.
You know what? I feel like where the franchise needs to go, they need to actually keep the way the game plays. I feel like, I played Gears of War 1 day one when that came out. Was honestly one of my favorite games of all time too. And that game really captured the essence of like a horror game a little bit. Like as the franchise continued, like Gears became more colorful and less scary. So I feel like for that franchise, they need to go back to like dark times. Like remember seeing that Mad World trailer and being like super hyped.
Yes, the trailers are so good.
Like I know, and just the color palettes of the game. Like with Gears 1, it was more like a horror experience. And I kind of think
browns.
I know, but I feel like they need to go back into that.
I prefer my games to look like they weren't dookie done.
Nah. Gears was a classic.
I'm with you, Kofi. I'm with you on that. I've been saying that for years.
How about
that you're feeling? Because remember when what's the man? What's the guy who charges? Fuck.
Berserker.
Remember that popped up for the first time? Like that was actually
man. Berserker's a female.
Oh yeah, it is.
That was mind blowing.
Awesome. Yeah,
at the time.
I'm like, yo, this shit is like creepy as hell. Like Gears needs to go back and into that lane.
Or how about this? We go to a whole new environment, untouched by either side of war, on a helicopter, and we're trying to race to find something before the enemies do. That way we can experience like a jungle or something different.
Oh, the jungle. Yeah.
Different kind of enemies that are adaptable to different environments.
I saw shout out to Solid Rev. I saw a tweet from the day where what did he say? It was like, y'all knew Crackdown 3 was going to be terrible, but if it actually was good, all the Sony guys would have been like, I'm going to play it on my PC anyways. Right? So
yo,
I'm planning on playing.
We got Kiss Move in there. Yo, Kiss Move, say what up, bro. You good there?
There it is. Oh, he's muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, you couldn't hear me? My bad. My bad.
Yo, Kiss Move, yo, welcome on the podcast. You know what I mean? It's always great to have you on. You had an eventful stream today. I had to have you on. You know, I got some shots. A couple people got some shots. It was very.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like anybody.
You know what today?
I'm sorry. Anybody. I'm sorry. Everybody was catching the stray. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, I don't take anything by it. Yo, all right. So we finally got Smooth in here, and I was kind of, you know, holding off this topic until you got in here. We are finally about to talk about Crackdown 3. The reviews are out, and overall, let's just get some impressions on the reviews. And are any of y'all surprised about the score that it got? Let's start off with Rand. Are you surprised that Crackdown is sitting at a 60 currently on Metacritic?
Not at all. Although I think Kid might disagree with me. I did tell you, Kid, on Sunday that I thought it was going to come in at the low 60s. Did I not?
You did.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised. It's a boring game, even though it has elements of fun. The parkour, the movement, the collecting the orbs is still as fun as ever. Building up your agent is still fun. It's just the stuff that you actually do for the 12 hours is a chore. And that was my main issue with the game, that it was just boring. And I hate being bored in video games. That's like the number one thing, you know? Like if I'm ready to check out after hour 6, like it's over. And I was ready to check out. Like, but I had to play the game, you know. So, I mean, it looks good. It looks really good on my my OLED. The HDR looks really good. It does not look like a 360 game whatsoever. However, it plays like a 360 game, though. It definitely plays like Crackdown 1 is a 360 game. It's Crackdown 1 with minimal improvements. The only thing, it's got a fresh coat of paint, and that's it. But if you are a Crackdown fan, you're going to get what you want at a Crackdown game. You know, for better or for worse. Like, all the good things about it are there, but all the bad things about it are there. For $60, though, ridiculously overpriced. Whoa. Should be 30 max. Like, for that campaign, you're talking $30 like Recore was. Now, I didn't get a chance to play the multiplayer because the servers weren't available, so I'm not really sure how all that stuff goes. But that is where, for the 5 years in development, that is where the dev time went. It is clear as day to me after finishing that campaign that the entire dev time was spent working on the cloud, because that campaign, there's nothing in that campaign that said this is 5 years. It's like a game that looked and plays like it was built in 2 years, you know?
More Titans.
Yeah.
All right, so Move, yo, did you resubscribe to Jez and Rand now?
Yeah.
I mean, I never unsubscribed from Rand. I just took him off my notifications.
So you
so I don't
did
get notified for his next video.
My
You want
end.
to click the bell, dog?
Why do you do that to me, Smooth? Come on,
Why
man.
did you take off his notification? And why did you subscribe to Jez, bro? What's up?
Because Rand, I got his notification. I watched the fucking video, and I'm like, I just talked to this man, and he fucking lied to me.
I did not.
He said his review would be at like
A
7
7 at that time. I
7
hadn't
at best.
finished
I'm
the
like,
game
okay,
yet.
that's respectable, whatever. And then I
What
come
if
in,
7 is
watching the
respectable, but
video.
it's
I'm
0.5.
waiting for the closing. I'm like, all right. And then he says a 6.5. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is like I was like, where did this shit happen? I'm like we just literally
We talked on Sunday, and I told you I wasn't done yet. I was thinking about a 7. That night, I went and I played the other 5 hours of the game, and I wanted to fucking didn't want to play it anymore. It was so boring. So I dropped it a 0.5, 6.5. It's what the game is. Now, that's not to say you're not going to enjoy it. You could, for all you Crackdown fans out there, it's fucking Crackdown.
You
Go
lied
play
to
the
him,
game.
man.
Don't listen to my opinion. Don't listen to anybody else's opinion on Metacritic. Go make your own opinion. Don't listen to anybody. Like, judge it for yourself, play it for yourself, and come to your own conclusion. You know?
First of all, we gotta kill that whole mindset for certain games that play it for yourself, because I'm absolutely tired of that too.
You can look at some games.
Because you can honestly look at games and know that it's garbage though. Like we don't need to play Life of Black
We've
Tiger.
all been playing. Kofi's right. We've all been playing games way too long to not.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I saw those animations, and I was like,
exactly. At this point, you should practice developing a skill to analyze gameplay footage to see if it's gonna be good or bad. Sometimes developers are really good at masking a trash game, like Daemon X Machina. Some developers are really good at masking.
Let me point out a fascinating fact right now.
All right, go ahead.
Do you realize outside of Kinect games that Rise, Son of Rome, and Crackdown 3 are the worst rated Xbox games?
But you can't. I'm tired of this.
Do you realize that?
Yeah, I'm tired about this thing about Rise. People overhype Rise way too much. Now, if Rise wasn't longer than 5 hours, that shit would have been. It was repetitive for being a 5-hour game. It was super repetitive, and it had some annoying aspects about the game. And it was basically Gladiator, the game ripoff movie. Like, yo, we gotta stop putting Rise on this crazy pedestal. Like, but here's 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 game. Rise was never that good.
I won't call it a 9 out of 10. Go ahead, Jack.
No, this is the only thing I'll say about Rise. I like Rise. I think it should have got probably higher than that. This is what makes Rise to other people a terrible game. It doesn't, like, you know how it has like button sensitive kills and shit like that. Yeah, QTE. It doesn't matter what button you press though. If it tells you to press Y and you press X, you still progress.
Execute. You don't get the points.
It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the gameplay is there's nothing to the gameplay, yo. Like when we're talking about Rise, like we gotta stop hyping up Rise like it's some great game. There's nothing to the gameplay but hack slash turn.
It was a decent launch game.
It's nothing special. But it seems like every time this game is being brought up, people are putting it on this crazy high pedestal.
Rise.
It's not that good.
Rise. Last of Us 2. Rise.
Here's the thing.
I like Rise.
Of all the games that I played this generation, I have a hard time believing that Crackdown and Rise are the worst games available on Xbox that aren't Kinect titles.
Yeah, okay. Rise was supposed to be a Kinect title at first too, though.
It was supposed to be a Kinect.
Yeah, that was a Kinect game at first. So.
And it was at first, but you could yell fire at the TV and then your artillery.
Like people gotta stop it.
Record that.
No, you didn't even have like multiple weapons in the game. You had one freaking weapon for the entire.
It's very repetitive. I do like the game has a charm.
Dog, look, honestly, it has potential to be something great if it was, if they made a sequel and like develop on it. Like it had like a solid foundation, to build upon. But it was nothing never that great that people keep on like bringing up.
If poop was solid.
didn't you tell me that you think Rise was supposed to be rated higher, but because of the free reign on Xbox hate because of the reveal in the system that it was free reign on all their games and it got
absolutely. I stand by that. I feel like every year I'm validated with my how I look at media journalists, media, whatever. When it comes to gaming, I feel like Rise was a victim of Xbox One's reveal. It was like, oh, that's going to be the start of it. Oh no, we're going to. They respected. The only reason why they gave any respect to Dead Rising was because it was by Capcom. That's the only reason why they did that shit. It was like, all right, well, the first Dead Rising, was
maybe it was decent, or maybe it was decent.
Or it broke away. It was more realistic. Dead Rising.
Right, let me ask all of you a question right now. When did all of you start YouTube?
I started YouTube maybe 3.5 years ago.
March 2014.
Last year,
2013.
My first video was
okay. So I was here in 2009, and you know what, So I was here before all of you. And you know what Kid Smooth sounds like right now? He sounds like one of those angry PlayStation 3 fanboys talking about everything is the media bias, about how Gabe Newell hates Sony, how everybody hates Sony, and how the media and everybody hates Sony. That's what you sound like, Smooth.
But everybody hates Xbox. It's evident.
No.
No,
yeah,
there was the hate with Forza Horizon 4. I didn't see any hate with Forza Horizon.
Dude, stop pointing out one game, bro. That's the total game.
We're gonna get to that.
You sound exactly like the Sony fans of old, Smooth.
Let's slow down a little bit. I want to talk about the whole media bias thing a little bit, but
there is none.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But sticking with Crackdown, like Kid Smooth, you have like like your mind can't comprehend why Crackdown is sitting basically at a 60 right now.
Hell
Like,
no.
your mind can't comprehend.
No.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how though.
I mean, this is the man that was criticizing Spider-Man
Kids
puddles.
No, but yo, kids move. Just go look. Let's look at the timeline on how they showed off Crackdown. Crackdown is filled with broken promises. You yourself was playing the game. I watched you stream the game, and you were shooting at a pillar, and it wouldn't break. What happened to 100% destructibility? Look, if you go back and watch the Gamescom tech demo, how they're explaining how this multiplayer was going to be dynamic. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be great. It's going to be like nothing you've never played before. For the simple fact for the game to launch and not allow you to invite your friends to come and play. Kids Move, come on. They completely had they completely failed when it comes to this game. So people are obviously criticizing it. You can't lay it down all these promises and come out with none of them. They said, look, I remember watching this interview where the guy was talking, they had gameplay footage, and the guy was shooting the wall saying you could shoot out squares and the objects will fall down, you could pick them up. Where is all of this in the multiplayer, Kids Move?
You know, that actually wasn't exactly promised for Crackdown. That was a demonstration of what you could do.
So what happened to that then? What happened to that?
Smooth. Thank you for the 20,000 views, Smooth.
Say what?
Thank you for those 20,000 views.
What 20,000 views?
Man, you got 20,000 views off Smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Off me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna pay me?
No, but Smooth, back to that. Explain how they delivered on their promise on this.
It's not about
thing.
delivering on the promises. How I look at no. Because shit change. We all seen Watch Dogs and Divisions and shit like that. Come on, we like. I'm not worried about that. Like, you know what I mean? If you're saying this is all based off the destruction, which half these reviews couldn't even review the full game because the multiplayer wasn't available, so I highly doubt that. So it's not that. The thing is that you look at Crackdown 1, 83, Crackdown 2, which everyone completely forgets even existed, a respectable 70, and you're telling me Crackdown 3 is a true sequel to 1. It improves on what 1 was, but it's worse than all 3.
When did Crackdown 1 come out, Smooth?
I don't give a damn. It came out.
Let's break down. Let's try to help Kids Move understand why Crackdown got the score. All right, Bon, you want to...
When did Crackdown 1 come out, Smooth?
2007.
And standards of gaming don't change in 12 years?
They said that one of the reviews of it was that there are games that play better, that do Crackdown better than Crackdown.
I said it in my review. Saints
Saints
Row 4 is the best Crackdown game. It's Crackdown 3. And I was wondering how they were going to be able to improve over Saints Row 4, and they didn't. They just remade Crackdown 1
which got an 83.
You can't just look at all those scores. The person that reviewed,
you can't look at all those scores because it shows inconsistencies.
So if you think Super Mario Brothers 1 came out today
and get a 9 and 10 like game,
you think
it would? You look at
no, it wouldn't. Smooth.
I think I gotta wait for him to maybe understand. Okay, it'd be like as if PUBG. If PUBG got a sequel, right?
Like the fucking Saiyans coming.
And it scored worse. It's because more other games that have raised the standards since the first PUBG.
I'm sorry, but Crackdown 3. I get that. But Crackdown 3 is not a 60. There's an inside job to make this game. They're trying to give this one Xbox game to take it below 60. I'm telling you, it's real. It is real. Watch. Don't be surprised if Kotaku releases some fucking inside information behind a lot of these motherfuckers. Like, it's going to come to light.
You're right.
It's going to come to light.
McCaffrey's leading that fucking group. I knew it.
Hey, but Smooth, you know that's illegal, right? You know that's illegal.
No.
That's definitely
like
for being collusion to bring down the game right now.
Shit trash game nobody's gonna buy anyway. Apex Legends is out.
A fraction of Titanfall, and yet it's better.
Division 2 is coming out.
McCaffrey's headed that inside.
What is the BioWare game?
Anthem
is coming out. Nobody's checking for Crackdown.
Yes, everybody was. Why did I get tweets at 8:21 a.m. by you? Like,
because I want my game. That's why.
Yeah.
Because I want my game.
So Kitsmu, so back to this multiplayer and destruction, I need some explanations, dog. Like, I need you to defend it. Why that this game's not allowing you to invite friends at launch? A game that was hyping multiplayer play like this. Why isn't it not allowing you to play with your friends?
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
When that's like a main focus when they've been promoting this game, kids.
I was lied
Xbox
to on
platform.
Sunday night by.
That's facts though. They've been
like-
putting this multiplayer on a pedestal, and you can't invite your friends. How's that even possible?
They want to promote proximity chat and meeting new friends.
Fire up that ass. Pull
Prince
out.
move. You're not. Are you understanding? For you to play with your friends, I watched your stream and what you were doing. You were
What's
trying to
the NBA Live
synchronize.
method?
Like,
You were trying to synchronize pressing the A
I was
button.
in it. I was in it.
You're trying to synchronize, bro. Even the Nintendo Switch with its shit online, we all agreed Nintendo Switch is online. I could hop on Mario Kart and open up a lobby and play with my friends like that. We may not be able to talk to each other, but at least we could jump in the lobby together.
That's
So,
a hell
for-
smooth, goddamn.
but that's crazy. Xbox being at the forefront of all this online stuff came out with Xbox Live before even PlayStation and all of that. How can this happen? And the whole focus of this game or promoting this game is destructive, 100% destructible online multiplayer mode. You can't even invite your friends. Kid Smooth, bro. Defend it, please. I need to hear it.
Well, I'm not really here to defend that. They dropped the ball there. I mean, I think there was an oversight. I mean, but that happened in NBA Live. You guys remember my NBA Live method?
And that was a
three,
fucking L.
2, 1, go.
That
Like,
was a L. That was a L.
the thing is, like, yes, all right, but I can see, but none of the reviews revolved around that.
No, no,
Like,
Some of the reviews revolved around it because nobody could play Wrecking Zone.
And that's a
The
problem.
servers didn't go up until the day
So-
before, and they were only up for a
Move.
couple hours.
Are you not seeing how much you got finessed by Microsoft right now?
I don't think
That's
I got
what I'm saying. I don't know.
No, let me explain this.
All right, go ahead,
I
man.
don't think any of you guys understand either. Oh, the PlayStation 4 is more powerful. Then we had the eSRAM, we had the DirectX 12, the secret sauce. But then we had, it doesn't matter if the PlayStation 4 is more powerful. We have the power of the cloud.
Yeah.
But then, hold up, before the power of the cloud came out, we got a brand new $500 console. And I'm like, wait, why do we need a new piece of hardware when we had the power of the cloud? But now you got a $500 console and the power of the cloud, and it still ain't work how it was supposed to work on the old console with the cloud.
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly,
Damn.
I feel like Crackdown 3, the fact that it got a 60, the game, just by looking at it, you could tell that the game hasn't evolved much, at all.
They need to call it Finesse Down 3.
All the promises, like I said, all the promises. Look, Kid Smooth, they also promised 4-player co-op. What happened to that? Kid Smooth for the single player. What happened to that?
We got scaled back.
Do you
That's
know?
not the first time we've seen that.
Do you know? But I'm just saying, do you know that Crackdown 2, which got a 7, had 4-player co-op?
Yo, maybe they should have
Yeah,
called
so
this
did Gears 3 had a 4-player co-op and Gears 4 had a 2-player
So
co-op.
they came out, they said that this game's got a 4-player co-op. They reverted that to 2-player co-op.
Hey, they also said this game was gonna have like transforming cars and shit. Do it?
It does transform.
Okay, it do. Okay, I ain't know. All right.
Yo,
Yeah,
maybe
so-
they should have called this game Scalebound.
I don't know, man.
Because it was scaled
I
Scale
still,
down.
regardless of all
down.
the game flaw, I feel like the game,
down.
so the thing is, you're saying it deserves 60 because of the promises it couldn't live up to, but like I don't. It's like, why does it have to? Like, I understand living up to those promises and whatnot, or like, I don't think it should be. I don't think a 60 still validates the game for not meeting those demands. It's been like years since those things were ever like brought to like told to us. Like we haven't heard about that shit in like 3 years.
I
Bro,
don't
like,
think reviews reflect on the promises. I think the reviews reflect on what the game is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
better than
I
Crackdown
think,
one
yeah,
and Crackdown
what the
one.
game, the promise.
We're
Look,
talking
what I say about the
matchmaking
promise.
bullshit.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about there's 3 fucking maps in the game.
I don't think the reviews revolved
3
around that
fucking
either.
maps.
I don't think I mean, it's okay to have 3 maps when you actually have a campaign, you know?
No, but when I say about the promises, because Jez, you can't show something and promote something that when it's time for you to release a final product, it's nothing like what you've been talking about, though. You know what I
Ubisoft does
mean?
this all the time.
People obviously-
So does EA.
Huh?
Ubisoft and EA does it all the time.
And they get killed for that, though. We
They
act like they
still
don't get
sell a
killed
lot.
for that.
Yo, what is that syndrome that when like your significant other beats the shit out of you, but you keep coming back home?
battered wife
Battered
syndrome?
wife?
That's what Smooth's got.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I
See how
think-
quickly
here's the
Erica.
thing,
See how
I
quickly he
feel
denied
like-
Erica.
I feel like that where my
Erica,
mind
see how
is-
quickly he denied it. He's like, no, I don't.
No, because I feel like my mind is like on like a different
It's
fucking
evolved.
level. So I can see through bullshit.
They love me.
Smooth, you're getting abused and you don't even realize it.
Listen,
They love
Smooth
me,
saying he
though.
on a higher plane of the autism spectrum. All right, let that man talk. I got
Smooth, you're getting abused and you don't even realize it, dog.
Dude,
But
you know what
I
I
also
realize is in a couple of hours I'm going to play.
But you know what I don't
best version of
understand, though?
Crackdown.
But
By
you know what I also don't
yourself.
understand?
It's
Look,
me to
you
come
have a
play
lot
with
of defense for this game. Real quick, Jets. You have a lot of defense for this game, but you haven't beat a Crackdown game either, though. That's why I'm so confused. Too.
Whoa, what?
Well, actually, I
wait a
did
minute,
beat a
what?
Crackdown game. However,
All right.
this is my second like fucking
shit.
gamer tag by the way. Because
So
I
you
did,
beat
but I
Crackdown
just
before.
don't know why it didn't like save on my Kid Smooth gamer tag. Because I did change my gamer
Also,
tag under
which
Kid Smooth.
Crackdown you beat? The first one?
It was the first one. I
Oh,
didn't do the second one, but I
Okay.
definitely for sure did the first one.
You for
I
sure beat
remember
the
that.
first one.
I did the second one, but the thing is, however, I do have Crackdown information under this gamer tag Kid Smooth, and I think I only have like 200 gamer score. But I do recall beating this shit back in 2007. I remember beating it right before the Halo beta went live. Took
You
me
know,
a
because
while.
I'm just wondering, like, where is like the fandom coming from?
It's
from
not
this game? Is
fandom,
it
it's
just
just
is it because like it's attached to
Because
Xbox?
he's got
And
No,
you're-
no,
battered
it's
wife
anticipation.
syndrome
It's
for
like,
Xbox.
for example, if Cameo 2 is announced, right, I'm going to act the same way, if not even more hype. If what's the other game that kind of made its way back during the 360 stage that we haven't
Grabbed
quite
by
seen
the
again?
ghoulies.
No, but fuck, even if we get like finally get like, I don't know, if we get a record too, I'm gonna be happy to see it. The thing is, it was like, I was like, oh, haven't seen that in a while. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you're interested to see, all right, what it's gonna do this time. Thanks to all the reviewers trying to spoil it and shit. But the thing is, it was just more of just anticipating. It's not like, oh, I'm just huge Crackdown like fanboy. I love the series or anything like that. No, I enjoyed the first game.
Hold
I kinda
on,
skipped
Smooth.
over the
Is that
second game.
a fail out bundle?
fail out.
Is that a
Fail
fail
out.
out 76
Yeah, go on, flip that
bundle?
around.
Hey,
bro.
go ahead and show that Xbox now. Go ahead and show that Xbox,
no.
bro.
Oh,
Hey, you got
my
another X?
God.
God damn.
No, I just kept the box. I thought I had
You
I
bought
thought
that trash game?
No, I sold the game. I just bought the box. The Xbox.
Wait, isn't
The
it come with a
box.
digital code?
No, it came with a physical game, surprisingly, and I sold it at like on like Let Go or some shit like that.
All right, you died.
You know what? Shout
Yeah.
out to Kid Smooth for not blocking his achievements, though. You know.
Mm.
Yeah. At least
I
you
want
you definitely
to
get
watch
shots for
them.
that, yeah.
Hey,
Like-
Ray, who you throwing shots at?
But
You know who. You
I
know.
guess the question
man.
though
There are people out there that do that, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yes, Erica.
is of all hills to die on, Smooth.
I know,
Why,
right?
why Crackdown? Why not? Why
Why not Gears
every
5?
Gears? Yeah,
Because
why?
I know what Gears is gonna do.
Bro,
Gears
hold
don't
on,
need
hold
no
on, hold
help.
on.
No, what do you mean you know what it's gonna do, but you said there's a
hold on,
media
hold on,
bias.
hold on.
You said there's an agenda against Xbox, though.
There is an agenda, but some agendas is hard to fight
against.
against, though.
Smooth, what is Gears
Oh
gonna
my
do?
God, Smooth. This is so bullshit. yo.
Smooth, what is Gears gonna do?
92.
I'll bet you a game it
Oh,
won't get
Oh
a
my!
yeah,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
92.
I bet you a game it won't get a 90, Smooth.
Oh my god.
Come on.
All right,
no.
so all right, so
Hold
let's
on,
talk.
Kofi, I'm
All right, go ahead.
negotiating,
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll
Don't
bet
do
you
it.
a game it won't get a 90, Smooth.
Yo, bet me, bro. Bet me, man. I'm tired of bond
I
reaping the
wanna
benefits,
bet.
bro.
Let's
Bet
bet.
me, man.
Shit.
A game
me
it
some
won't
shit.
get a 90, Smooth. Come on,
92 is a little high. Smooth 90.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I
he
think
said-
it's
he
like
said-
an 87.
Gears just the average 90s all the time.
He said 92, so I'm
Used
saying
to.
it won't get a 90.
Ooh,
Gears 4
90.
didn't even get a
Hmm.
90.
I'm giving you a chance to get your game back.
See,
Smooth.
Gears 4 is at an 84. I
Yeah.
expected.
I
I
think
expected
so.
to at least get an 88.
I expect this one to be better.
Yeah, I
Something.
expect an 88.
Yeah,
It's possible
like,
it
high-
gets-
I think
It's
that's
possible it gets
bullshit.
a 90.
88.
It's possible, Smooth. Come on,
Nah,
Smooth. Do we got a bet?
It's getting
Nah,
a
this guy's addicted to gambling too,
Nah,
bro.
don't bet him.
Don't do it.
Even
Come
though
on,
he gave me a
Smooth.
dislike on my video, don't bet him. Smooth, I'm saving.
I didn't give you that dislike.
Oh, you didn't?
Okay, wait.
I got your notification.
Hold up.
I don't do
Pause. Hold up. Okay, Kissmoo, I think I seen you say that during your live stream that you don't give a shit about Metacritic, but why are you making all these bets revolving around Metacritic though.
Oh,
Kofi, can you please stop interrupting my negotiations on
That's
games?
that's an interesting question. I never really quite thought about that. Right? Personally, I personally don't. But if you ask me, what do I think? What the journalist is going to give a set game? I mean, I feel like
Smooth.
Do we got a better not here? Huh?
We got a better not here.
Well, Gears come out what, September?
Don't do it.
Yep.
Oh shit!
You said it'll
You
get
just
92.
lost this one. Holy
You said it'll
shit.
get 92. I will bet you a game that it will not get a 90.
Yo, think about that and save it for the Weapon Wheel podcast. Let them sleep on that one, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you the answer on Weapon Wheel.
Let them sleep on that, yo. All right, so let's tackle this meetup bias thing because honestly, I was blown away. Yo, Smooth was on his live stream. Go ahead.
Kofi, you're not gonna ask Smooth about how you only play Xbox for the memes, dude?
Oh yeah, I heard he had some slick talk from me about Xbox, but you know what's funny though? Kid Smooth only hopped on Xbox with the 360. Unlike us real gamers and we're Xbox fans like me.
Yeah,
I had an OG Xbox.
OG Xbox.
I had an OG.
Right.
Hold up.
Oh shit! Damn, so you gonna pull up on you like that?
You about to get it?
Smooth, you don't even know what this is, Doc.
There it is.
Oh,
You don't know what this is, Doc. You don't know what this is.
You ran to the pawn shop to show me that?
Damn that motherfucker!
I almost dropped that shit. This shit is big, bro. Look at it.
Yeah,
I don't even know about
Yo,
this,
man,
bro.
there
Oh,
it is.
how clever! This man Kofi ran to the pawn shop, grabbed the back, dropped some dust on it, and be like, "All right, I had this since 2002."
Kofi, you know what's funny? I have 2 of those to play LAN on.
Yo, man, I hacked one.
That's what I'm saying. I have a whole bunch of original Xbox games. The funny thing is, he's calling me a fake Xbox fan or for the memes. Listen,
I didn't call you a fake Xbox fan.
I've been fucking with Xbox before you were fucking with Xbox. That's a fact. That's a fact,
People
though.
were messing with Xbox before I was. I was a GameCube kid. Like I was a GameCube and freaking PS2 kid. I had a purple GameCube.
Okay.
Purple GameCube. I asked my mom for a black one. She got me a purple one.
So you know what the funny thing is? I just realized something about Smooth. You
was
are
on
the
pretty good.
Dr. Trey of Xbox.
Oh,
But Smooth
Nah,
plays
he
some
never
games
had
though.
a
He plays some
Super
games though.
Nintendo, never had an Xbox.
makes sense, huh?
But you know what's crazy though? Like, I don't understand Kid Smooth sometimes. Like, we're gonna pull up some receipts.
No,
You know, we're gonna pull up some receipts about Microsoft reviewed games. Can you guys see my screen right now or no?
Yep.
The Raven Blizzard. Someone give
All
Chris
right, so-
Xbox a shower.
Yeah, it's dusty. I know. So, Kid Smooth, where's the media bias when it comes to this?
Like I said,
Yeah,
it's a
that's what I
token game.
said. There it is.
All right,
It's a token game.
where's the media bias when it comes to this, Kid Smooth?
There it
It
is.
deserved a higher score.
86.
Oh,
That's an amazing score, Kid Smooth.
It's an amazing score, but it
racing.
deserved higher.
Where's the media bias when it comes to this, Kid Smooth?
You know, it's funny that you're using one
All right,
game.
I'm not done. Am I done? But I'm just asking, where's the media bias when it comes to this game? Where was it, Kid Smooth?
It's the token game. They had the old Xbox.
Okay, so this is a token
Flip
franchise. So it's a
Flip
token
here.
franchise then.
Yep.
All right, where's the media bias when it comes to this?
Oh shit!
You see that? 84 for Halo?
That's a good score.
That's a good score for what it is,
That's not a
though.
Halo
For as
score,
bad as
though.
the single player wasn't that, it's a pretty good score.
That's a
Yeah,
good
they-
score.
The user rating is a fucking
The
yellow.
greatest-
That user score.
Exactly. So, the users gave this a worse score. That's
the
crazy.
No, that was a
bias
bunch
right
of
there.
PlayStation guys doing that shit. That's when they were on a fuck
No,
shit.
no,
back
my
then. They were on a fuck
All
shit,
right,
logging
yo,
into
Kid
Metacritic
Smooth,
doing that.
how broken the Master Chief Collection was. Look what it got. Where's the media bias?
Damn.
Where's the media bias for this?
This year, my guy. That's crazy.
Well, you realize that and they had they reviewed the game based off like private like servers and stuff like that. It wasn't like it
No,
didn't
dude, I know
quite get
people who were
much.
playing it and they were all like, "This game doesn't work." Even the reviewers knew it didn't work, and they
Yeah, gave it
still
85.
rated it high.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, where's the media bias for this, Kid Smooth?
Oh
There
shit!
it is. There it is.
That's
Microsoft-
that's not an
Is that another token game? Kid Smooth,
It's not
another
an
token
in-house
game?
game, and it came out on Steam, so they was like, we could jerk our dicks off to this one.
Wait, it's
All
only
right.
86. When did it drop that low? What the hell?
Yeah, it was like
It went
89.
down.
No, I
It was
think
a-
the PC version got a higher rating. I think.
You know, where's the media bias for this?
It's an 81 from Insomniac. An 81.
That's good.
If it was on PlayStation, it would have got.
No,
an 82.
once again, where's the media bias?
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah, where's the media bias?
Oh,
Same
the
outproduced
last
game.
moment Xbox actually had a shot. This
You know
is
what I mean?
early. This Forza
So,
Forza doesn't
my
score.
whole-
Forza
my-
Motorsport doesn't score above it.
All right, so my whole point in showing you all of this is there's clearly people review games based on obviously how the quality and how good they are. There's no media bias.
Why didn't you show me record? Why didn't?
Because those games, all right, so
because
those games are trash. My whole point is showing you the great games that Xbox has. That's my whole point in doing this, by showing you the great games that Xbox has that get
great reviews that they can't give bad reviews because it would be difficult to give a game a bad review.
Kofi, show him Killzone and Knack and Drive Club.
Yeah,
those reviewed pretty well, right?
And the order,
yeah, they did. Show him Killzone, Knack and Drive Club.
All right, so let's look at kills. Let's look at Killzone.
The order.
The order got fucking murdered in reviews, bro.
show them Kirby. Shoot, that was
Kirby
the
was fine.
Yeah, they didn't.
What's that, Pornhub you got over there?
Yeah, he don't know.
I'm
Keep
just
some
joking
crazy
with you.
popping up. Oh man.
So is this media bias, Kids Move?
Yeah, because it should have got a 60.
Oh,
Oh my God! Yo.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
Show him Knack. Show him Knack.
The 73 isn't bad. Like, I
Why-
wish
why
some of
am I
these games
86?
got
You
a
just said 80 was bad though.
You just said
I saw-
84 was
so-
bad.
For Halo, yes, it is.
All right, so look at Knack and look at Knack 2.
Look at that improvement.
Okay, didn't we talked one day and you told me that PlayStation games start at 10 and work down, and Xbox games start at 0 and have to work up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I believe that.
But you know what's crazy?
100%.
You're calling this reviewer Dark Station now for being biased and calling him all sorts of names. But if you look at his other review, that site's other reviews for other Xbox games, they get Gears of War 9 out of 10. Explain, Kids Move. Explain.
What did they review in the other Xbox game?
All right, let me. I think.
No, I'm just saying
They gave Gears 4 a 90.
You guys
they
keep
gave
putting
like
in
a
one
6.
game. If Xbox drops maybe 3 to 4 games a year, what it used to, but like it's okay to give one of them a good score.
Kids Move. My question to you: is it possible for the game just to be bad though?
No,
In your mind?
no, because the thing is, I don't think it is possible for a game to be bad, but no one's going to be able to convince me that Crackdown 3 is worse than State of Decay 2 at launch. Remember, it launched,
But they not. But then again, they not ready to get.
If you look at
Remember
State of Decay 2, as much as even though I don't enjoy that game, if you look at State of Decay 2, it has when it comes to gameplay, it has a lot more elements to it than Crackdown.
Well, hold on. You can't. That's another thing, though. You can't judge a game. First of all, they're not in the same genre.
It
and they're not the
doesn't
same
matter, though.
That does.
Because my thing is, so what game? What are they judging it based on then? Because they're obviously not judging it based off previous Crackdowns.
Judging by what you're saying, then that means Forza shouldn't get the reviews that it gets. If it was compared against other genres, it wouldn't get 80s and 90s. It's compared against racing
games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Crackdown's
This
compared.
Xbox stuff is stressing you out, dog.
It's not stressing me out.
Just throw out the Xbox.
Why would I
get
need
a
to throw out my
PlayStation
Xbox? I got a
and live a
PlayStation.
happier, better life?
I play this shit once a quarter.
This shit is crazy, man.
Crazy.
But yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
man.
I remember when my friend had he had that. What the fuck was that thing? He had an Atari Jaguar. Thought that thing was the shit. Talked that shit up for the longest time. Like, bro, this sucks. He was in denial about it. He loved that thing. Then one day he got a PlayStation, never looked back.
He went from Atari to a PlayStation.
What's the difference? You're going from Xbox to PlayStation.
Yeah, it's about the same jump. About the same jump.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
not
horrible.
all of that, but I just don't understand why you defend all the bad games that Microsoft releases.
Because
Like,
I don't
that's
think
what
they're
understand.
bad. I think they're misjudged.
But you don't play them though. That's the
But
crazy
yeah,
thing.
that's
Like
the
I,
thing.
that's what got me
play the game.
confused. Like you look with Record. Look how long it took you to beat Record. But you
So
were like,
I survived. I played it. I didn't
you
give
survived
it.
it. Look how you're describing the game. You survived it. You survived it. Look how you're describing it though. You just said you survived the game.
Sometimes I put games down and I pick them back up. It's not like I stopped because I hated the game. It's just that
You shouldn't have to.
It was
survive the
boring.
game, no.
Dog, this man just said he survived Record,
The
bro.
game- it wasn't boredom that stopped me from playing the game. I was struggling on a mission, a particular mission. I was struggling, and I got frustrated.
Once again, also you had a lot of defense for Sea of Thieves as well, though.
Yeah,
You had a lot. Yo, boy, you didn't play that game either. You don't play that shit.
Because
So that's why I don't understand why you defend the games you don't play. Though.
I can't
Like,
play
the ones
Sea
that
of Thieves. I can't play Sea of Thieves alone. I can't play Sea of Thieves
we
alone.
tried to get you
And
on it. I played one time with you.
All my friends are bad influences. They're no good when it
Oh,
comes
shit.
to fucking
Okay.
playing co-op games. To live the Xbox life I don't have the.
You have to invite
There's
no friends on Xbox. What?
So,
Xbox Live.
how you gonna invite for Crackdown?
The Xbox Live is playing those multiplayer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, out of like all,
That is, right?
I don't know. Like, it's possible for you for some reason.
I
You feel like
enjoy
it's
CFPs.
impossible
Every
for
time I
like
play it, I
Xbox
enjoy
to
it.
drop a bad game. Like, I don't understand it, yo. Like,
It's
all these
unacceptable
people,
quality control. They got to
The
fix
fa-
this shit.
yo, the fact that Windows Central, True Achievements, and all these Xbox sites are saying Crackdown 3 is a bad game. That should just give you a clue right there. Maybe the game's just bad.
No,
yo.
they just picked the wrong time to be objective.
What?
That's what you said about me. I picked the
I
wrong
mean-
time to be objective. I'm always objective.
I mean,
you want to be
man.
So you want them to be biased then?
you want to be
Yeah.
You want them to be biased
At this
then?
point in time, here's the thing. I don't mind a little bit of bias because I feel like I said, there was a personal hit out on the Crackdown, and I feel like everybody
Wow.
decided to be objective at the same time as this hit comes, and now the shit looks like a clusterfuck.
Smooth.
I refuse to believe Crackdown.
Smooth. Who are you trying to convince? Us or yourself?
I know I'm gonna have fun.
Yo, the truth almost came out, bro.
There it is.
The truth almost came out, yo. Yo, man, I was in myself, bro. He had to catch himself. Yo, the boy caught himself with the quickness, yo.
There it is. Xbox Ninja.
Damn, but how you do that, man, like that?
Smooth, man. Okay, so you're trying to convince yourself, man.
No, I
That
never
it's not
said.
as bad as it
I
is.
already know I'm gonna have a
Smooth,
good
smooth.
time.
We
You have to convince
you
me.
said it, man.
I didn't say that.
Come
What
on,
did you hear me say?
Smooth. We're all NPCs here. We're all trying to help you out. We all want what's best for you, man.
love you,
Facts,
bro.
yo.
We love you.
Love you,
But
Smooth,
I
man.
never said
Look,
myself. I
You
said
got-
I already know I'm gonna have a good time.
Smooth, side. You gotta come clean, dog.
Come clean on what?
Don't get on
It's
PlayStation.
time to come clean, Smooth.
Come clean on what?
On this whole Xbox fanatics, you got to give it up, man. Like, you got a problem. You just
No,
said
I
you're
don't have
trying
a
to-
problem.
You just said you're trying to convince
No,
yourself.
I'm not trying to
Agree
convince
now.
myself.
You
I'm
just
already
said you were
convinced.
trying to convince yourself.
No,
Smooth.
I said
Definition
I
of
already
insanity.
know I'm going to enjoy the game.
No, fam.
Smooth. Come on, man. Stop lying to yourself. Be real for once.
I'm being real. I can't wait till Crackdown 3 comes out.
So, but you know, I have a question though, Bon. Like, if Crackdown was 3 was a PlayStation game and it received this score, I wonder if Kid Smooth would be, quick to defend it.
Spider-Man
Well,
was
quick-
quick. I was getting a better
Would be
score.
quick to defend it like this, though. That's
No.
why I'm really
Of course
interested.
not.
Of course not.
Yeah. Well, if
Have you thought
Crackdown-
about that, Kid Smooth? If this was a
Yeah,
PlayStation game,
if Crackdown was a PlayStation game, and assuming that, yeah, probably, yeah, obviously, duh. I'm not a PlayStation guy. So if Crackdown never touched out on Xbox, and it was PlayStation this whole time. And my first interactions with it was through the PlayStation 4, and I saw I'm like, and it got a 60.
Yeah.
I'd be making fun of the PlayStation guys for it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I
But
can
I'm just
appreciate
saying,
that. I can appreciate that.
but listen to this. Listen to this. Just as if I would be making fun of PlayStation for that, there would be somebody on the PlayStation side attacking me for me making fun of them, right?
Not for crack. Hey, maybe Infamous or some shit like that. For crack.
Bro, they already somebody just came out with topless mods for Claire and Resident Evil. Why are people doing this?
nude mods or something.
Yeah.
Tell Alex. Be all over that.
No, Alex is definitely gonna be all
But you
over
know
that.
somebody gonna make a nude model Leon now.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh my god,
That's
that's the one that Alex.
Yeah, that's the one he want right there.
Zombies eating his junk and everything.
Dick in the wind.
Oh man, yo, because Smooth, man. I just want you to see the light, dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay
for real.
to trash the bad games and to praise the good
Rand
games, yo.
saw the light. You can see it. Yo, fucking even
No,
Zaire
Rand
saw-
was due to review a Xbox game bad.
What?
He was
Yo,
due.
even
He
Zaire-
was
even
due?
even Zaire was
Shit games, man. Nobody's doing
Why are you trying to push this man
games.
up?
even Zaire saw the light. Smooth.
Fuck Zaire. Zaire's not on like that is not a pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? A journey you should follow. Like, look at Zaire. Look at this example, this fine example. No, absolutely not.
And didn't he
Why
whip your
not?
ass live that one?
No, he did not actually.
Yes, he
Remember?
He
No.
definitely won the first game. Then you won the one for the 60. I remember that, dog.
did. I mean, Smooth. They're already saying that you're gonna win the 2019 tournament. Hashtag how's my cum taste?
Oh, I meant to ask you. What was you responding to when you said that, bro?
He said my tears taste delicious. And I went to let him know if you think about tears. I just said it wrong. It was supposed to be like if you think tears.
But you said yo. So how would you know that though, Smooth?
What did you say?
Oh shit!
What did you say,
Corporate Slave
verbatim?
Awards 2019 hashtag my cum tastes better.
Yeah, is that our hashtag survived the record? Because that's funny as shit. I can't believe this man said he survived the record, bro. That's crazy.
That shit lit.
Yeah, they just got. We might not even have a tournament next year. It's just gonna be Milgrow versus Smooth.
Hashtag survived the record, bro. That's wild, bro.
Jesus.
But honestly, Smooth, like it's okay to shit on the bad games and praise the good games, man.
But I'm just
really
sick and tired of these things being annually Xbox games that.
Well, then you know who you should.
Microsoft has to do
But
better.
yeah, you're getting mad at everybody, but Microsoft.
Who makes the game? Smooth.
But the thing is,
fault,
I would be mad at Microsoft if I thought the game was bad.
Smooth. Who makes the games?
You haven't played it, Smooth.
I did. I played the Wrecking Zone.
Smooth. I got a question, Smooth. Yeah, what Xbox game do you think is bad that they dropped this year?
Crazy.
No, I got a question, guys. What Xbox game exclusive that came out that you think is bad though?
Oh, like this generation or like in the last one?
Yeah, no, this generation of Xbox. What
Crimson Dragon, the Local Cycle, fucking
Recore.
Say it again.
Recore.
I don't think Recore is a bad game.
You naming games, they got like 40s on Metacritic.
All right. So what else?
Connect games.
I'm just curious.
What I'm trying to see games I thought were bad. See,
those are the only games that you thought were bad.
Rand's gonna kill me for this one. I'm not the biggest fan of Ori.
What? Oh man.
Hard, Smooth, or what? What happened?
Crackdown like Ori, bro?
Kid,
What is going on here, bro?
bro.
This movie, yo, your
That's
brain
one
like
game that can come
wired
and make it go.
backwards or
I
something?
wouldn't care.
What's going
That's one game you won't hear me fucking hype.
Yeah,
When it comes, when it goes,
I
whatever.
think Kid Smooth has been on Xbox so much. He's so used.
He likes the bad games.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's been so conditioned to eat shit. He doesn't know what a good game is anymore.
Dog, Ori's is fantastic. Yo, what are you talking about?
It's one of the best games this gen, Smooth.
You got to be like me, Smooth, and don't let other people's opinions affect what you like, man.
I know.
line
Otherwise,
is-
I'd be playing the same bullshit they be playing.
Like
I'm just
Resident Evil 2.
I love Ori. The fact that you doesn't bother me at all.
Smooth.
That's
Wild.
Your taste in gaming. Ugh.
And then I
It's not-
learned later that I wasn't the biggest fan of Below and fucking Ashen.
Was it because you couldn't survive, Ori?
Yeah, that game.
I mean, I made it pretty far there.
That game is challenging.
Yeah, I bought both of them. Literally bought both of them. I played through the original one, right? I got pretty far, but I fucked up. So now I'm stuck in this ever cycle that I can't get out of because I don't know what I did. But I bought the definitive edition because it had like an easier mode, and I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing now. So
When Ori 2 gets a 90+ on Metacritic,
Oh, you can't.
I don't want you to say. I don't want to see anything from you about that.
no! I will use it to my advantage.
That's what I'm saying. That's not Kiss move. Nah, see what I'm saying? That's what I don't like. Nah. Keep that same energy that you guys don't fuck with Metacritic and all of that shit, man. Keep that same energy,
Everybody
bro.
deserves his ass kicking, right? And
Your
and I feel
advantage of what?
no, because
Your advantage of not liking good games.
Fucking meta scores of games they not even touching. Niggas was throwing VR games at me all day. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What's wrong with VR games?
Astrobot, man, got high ratings, man. They got high ratings.
What's wrong with VR games?
You're a bum. VR games.
What's wrong? Hold on,
Oh shit.
Jack. If I recall correctly, isn't this the guy who used to play Just Dance?
Indeed.
That's not VR. I was actually burning calories doing that.
We're in the podcast.
In a workout.
Yeah,
Again, Smooth. What is wrong with VR?
Mr. Antisocial should notice because Bond has a life. He goes out, go party at clubs. See, back when Connect was the shit, I was actually getting people. I was actually getting. How should I say this without being heard? I was actually getting.
Yeah, we hear you. Don't get us up in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Yes,
but you know what was better than Connect for that? Wii Bowling, the end.
No, but
that was
But Smooth, yo.
Have a secret or anything and they could do like just use their bodies.
Wii Bowling, the end.
Smooth, you can't make a 1 hour rant and go on social media and say Metacritic don't matter, this, that, when you're a game that is coming out for Xbox reviews bad. Then when a game comes out good, and y'all hype up Metacritic again, and y'all flip flop, man. Y'all can't be doing that. Even Microsoft, Aaron Greenberg, Major Nelson, Phil Spencer, they even retweet Metacritic's scores when their game performs good. They acknowledge it. You see it all the time on social media.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you can't come and say, "Oh, Metacritic and reviews don't matter."
And shit
But when your game reviews extremely well, then you're trying to wave reviews.
I just feel like personally that they had it out for this game. Going back to the previews, these dudes changed their video formats for Crackdown previews. Like I just thought it was just odd.
Who did
like,
that? Who did that?
Like GameSpot, usually when they these guys give you like a preview of a game, they just give you the preview of a game. It'll be nice and boring, and you just look at the gameplay and enjoy it. These guys were making intros and creating storyboards and shit. I ought to slap the shit out of somebody for that. It's like why are you doing all this just to tell us that you're about to tell us this game is bad and you're not enjoying it? You do all this. Why? They try to like grease us up and shit like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, what's your beef with Ryan McCaffrey, bro?
Yeah,
that dude's a fucking.
He thinks he's some fucking ambassador or some shit like that. Like he thinks it'd be. I cover Xbox, so you should take me.
I don't work for Xbox too, though, Smooth.
Well, he don't know more.
He used to work for the official magazine for like.
Yeah, he used to work for Inside. He did the Inside Xbox show.
Yeah, he used to work for Xbox a long time. That dude's an Xbox, bro. If he don't like an Xbox game, you know it's trash, bro.
Nah.
You know what the funny thing is, though? You know how like these game companies are like, congratulations on Zelda, congratulations on God of War. Ain't nobody congratulating. Could you even imagine if Sony was like, we like to congratulate Xbox?
Yeah, Sony and Nintendo mad quiet about
They put him in a
that.
fucking bunker right
think
now.
that they're throwing salt on the wounds.
Right now, they go, Terry Crews, thanks a lot for your help. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what's crazy? Like, I did make that tweet. I remember I'm like, yo, if it wasn't for Terry Crews being in Crackdown 3, like this game would literally have no sort of charm or interest. It would just be bland and boring. And Kids Who kind of came at me a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? If you go and read Windows Central's review of Crackdown, and if you read their pros and cons, their pro says Terry Crews. Their con says not enough Terry Crews.
Yeah, he don't talk a lot in the game.
He doesn't talk at all, and when he does talk, it's so far back in the audio mix that you can't really hear it.
And Rand, is it true that there's only like 2 cutscenes and the rest are just photographs?
You have 2 cinematic cutscenes, one at the very beginning, one at the very end. The rest are comic book panels, which, to be fair, I didn't mind. It's a comic book game. It's a comic book come to life.
Yeah, so that's what I don't like about it. 1 and 2. I don't like that shit.
I don't mind that style of storytelling. Like I don't mind it. It's just the gameplay. Like when I look at Crackdown, it just seems like.
But they showed
nothing to it.
Do you think people really care about Crackdown? Like, because I'm on Twitch and Mixer right now, right? And Crackdown 3 on Mixer has 200 viewers total across the entire site, right? And I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch as well. And Crackdown 3 has 900 viewers across all of Twitch. I don't think people really care.
Yo, hear this out. This is what I said on Twitter too. Hear this out. Hear this out. Crackdown wouldn't have got any sequels if it wasn't for the Halo 3 beta that came included with the original one. That's
if Scalebound wouldn't have got canceled, they wouldn't have got a sequel.
I don't think Crackdown 3 would have released without Game Pass.
The only reason why Crackdown 2 and 3 exists is because of that Halo 3 beta, to be honest. Because I don't know about y'all, but I know all of my friends back on 3C, the only reason why we picked up Crackdown was to play. That's why I didn't even beat that shit. I only played it for a little and tossed that. As soon as that Halo 3 beta came out, we were on that shit.
I got another question for Smooth, right? Why do primarily Xbox gamers, they praise Game Pass as they should. You get games day one, but then when like it's an Xbox like Crackdown, which people are not liking, they be like, "Well, it was on Game Pass. You shouldn't expect anything from it." Like, but
you're right.
Bullshit. That grinds my gears.
You gotta have some. It's gotta be one or the other.
They need to be tentpole games. If you remember, Game Pass launched with Crackdown as one of the when they're announcing their game day one in Game Pass. Crackdown was that game. It was Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, and State of Decay 2.
Yeah, Jack, you're absolutely right by calling it that. Some people are going to use it as an excuse.
Yeah, people. I don't.
This game is terrible. Oh, at least it's on Game Pass.
I don't.
I'll buy that.
I'm seeing a lot of that.
I say, play it for yourself. But like the thing is, I don't with or without Game Pass. See, here's the thing. I don't like the Game Pass excuses. I'm like, because I look at, I was like, okay, so it's Forza Horizon just just automatically just going to become a bad game because of Game Pass? No,
No,
like,
but I'm
these
just saying
people
you guys
ready
are
for what they
using it
want.
as an yo. I'm not saying you particularly because I don't think I've seen you actually say that.
Smooth,
But I haven't seen Smooth say that, so I'm not gonna group you into that. But I've seen people say to damage control Crackdown, well, at least I could play it on like for $1 or on Game Pass. You know what I mean? So I guess this is gonna be their excuse for like bad games, and that's unacceptable though. Like,
It is unacceptable because I don't want. The thing is, I don't want this to be the fucking norm. The thing is, it's like, but I don't want to make it seem like I have an excuse of why the game is bad. For example, I'll admit one game or a couple games that I completely damage control for, like, and just like whatever, you know, it's because that was Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2. I went all out for State of Decay 2 during
and
that
Sea of
whole game.
Thieves.
And
Sea of Thieves too, but State of
talked
Decay
about it for a month on our
At least he admitted. At least he admitted.
Yeah,
I can respect
I
it.
respect that.
Crackdown has nothing. It's not because I'm trying to defend why it's a bad game. Oh, but it doesn't matter. It's in Game Pass. No, I'm trying to really. I don't think it's a bad game. I feel like the game is being like fucking like is being fucked. We're like they're just like saying we're shitting on this game. And it's the Xbox's last game. We're gonna close out the generation, giving this game like a 59 and under.
No, I don't. No, that conspiracy. Yeah,
That's the thing. I just like my whole thing for Crackdown is that I don't think it's that bad. I can't see it. Say it again.
You haven't played the single player yet, though.
Say it again. I haven't seen the single player.
You haven't played it.
I
haven't played it. No, but the thing is, how bad can it be? Think like how bad could it be?
Oh my god!
Like, all right,
yo, Smooth.
It only needed to be bad enough for you to give me a free game.
Yo, Smooth. All I gotta say is you're very passionate about this, and I like that. You're very passionate about Crackdown and like that. But I just really hope that you plan to complete this game. Smooth,
I for sure play.
Please beat the game. At least please beat the game. Play the game. Beat the game. So. We at least we could take you serious that way, because when it comes to like State of Decay, you have a lot of defense for that, right? But when we come and we look at your not even your achievements and your playtime, but we just look at your progress in the game and it's non-existent, and it's a bad look. Like you can't ride for a game so tough, but when it comes down to like playing it, you don't play it.
Play it.
Like that's strange to me. You know what I mean? So Crackdown 3, at least just make sure you beat the game, man. How you riding for it?
Crackdown's gonna get beaten. I might beat this shit in like all right,
that's good, bro.
In like an hour and 58 minutes or so, I'll have this game beaten by like maybe 6 in the morning.
You gonna know life.
The thing is, I lose my internet tomorrow.
I heard it short, so you're good, yo. You probably beat the main shit fast.
And if it's really bad, if you really genuinely see that it's bad, will you?
Yeah, don't lie to niggas, yo. Tell niggas it's bad. I guess we'll all stop it. I'll stop it.
Why would I lie?
He's gonna be like, woo, woo, woo.
Look on the bright side. Look on the bright side, kid. This is probably the lowest moment for Xbox this year. It only can go up.
Yep.
So
yeah. I think it'll be better. Let's end on the positive note. I think it will be better though going forward.
Listen, I just put the little guy to bed, and
you late, bro.
I know. I look terrible. I'm full of spit up, but I gotta ask, Smooth, why did you say that thing on Twitter today?
What thing? What are you talking about?
Why do you know? Why do you know how your cum tastes?
How do I know Alex will pull this?
Yeah,
I can. If I wanted to be an asshole, I can properly answer this question. But I'm a changed man. I've matured, so I can't really explain that because it opens up a can of worms, you know. So I can't really explain. I mean, I would know from shit.
From what? Wait. What are you trying to say, Kid Smooth? What are you trying to say, Kid Smooth? What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is, in my experience, right? Apparently, somebody knows many. Oh shit!
Somebody told you that. Somebody told you that your cum tastes good. Is what you said.
That's all you had to say, Smooth. I mean, like the best comeback would have been
like. I mean,
you might have kids around you. You might not want to say that out loud.
Yeah, bro. I can't like.
Oh, Daddy Alex is here.
Oh, you call Alex Daddy too, Albon?
Oh, whoa! What's going on here?
He's about to be Smooth's daddy.
All right.
Oh
yeah,
man.
no.
Yeah, man.
We're really doing
Go
this.
ahead, discipline your child, Alex.
No, actually, I got to discipline you, by the way.
Oh,
About what?
All right, because we got to expose you today. All right.
Oh shit! All right. Okay.
Can you explain to me how you?
Hold on. What have I been doing besides collecting the flu and collecting free games?
Let's hear this.
There's two things. First of all, one, can you explain to everybody how you watched all of Metal Gear after you played the first one?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a well-known fact. Everybody knows that.
And also, secondly, can you turn in your PC gamer card because you accepting of the Epic Game Store really relinquishes the fact that you do not know what the point is?
Oh no.
Just because I'm accepting of a new store?
Oh, so news came out about that before today.
See,
Look,
it's not about.
I already had to talk with Icy. I was like, look, we'll have this talk 6 months later to see what's improved and what has improved, and I'll make my judgments then.
Do you know?
Nothing is going to come out day one with all the features of Steam.
I'm
and
not
no, I
expecting
do
it
not.
to.
And no, I do not like the fact that Metro, a month before a game's release date, while they took all these pre-orders, then said, "Hey, we're going to move our game over to another store."
That's
Mhm.
up.
So then, why did you say on Sunday that the complaint was about other launchers and not about that in general?
Because the complaint was about other launchers. This
No.
Metro can't. No, Alex. You know for a damn well sure all this complaining happened well before Metro happened.
I know for a fact because I made a video about it.
The complaining about the other launchers happened well before the Metro situation.
I mean, we've been complaining about launchers since Steam was invented.
which I don't understand.
What do you mean?
I don't understand the complaint about launchers. I use GOG, I use Origin, I use Steam. It's a 32 megabyte file that takes 3 seconds to download, and you just double click it, and you're done.
So you're not even worried about the fact that they're locking games behind a storefront?
No. Because they said those games are coming to Steam after a year anyway.
That's not. No. You shouldn't lock a game behind a storefront, Bond. You know better.
You shouldn't.
So not only do I got to spank Bond,
you shouldn't have
I got to
exclusives.
spank Kid Smooth.
You shouldn't have exclusives on a console. So you shouldn't have exclusives on a console, Alex.
Oh, here we go.
Was that my argument?
Are you saying?
Are you trying to act like a console peasant now?
That's a storefront, isn't it? Isn't PlayStation Network a storefront?
Yes.
The PlayStation is a platform.
And
we
PC
weren't
is a
talking about
platform.
console exclusive. We're talking about PC exclusive.
I'm just saying.
So take your spanking, because now I got to turn over to Jack.
No. Now you can't just run away. You're making
No.
Here we go.
Look, we've already known that you've been cooked. You've been cooked already, sir. You're done.
You know what?
You're cooked. Well done. Now you got cooked. Now everybody's getting today.
Why Fratangela is girlfriend.
Now we're getting today.
Oh shit!
I didn't hear what you say. What'd you say?
Oh shit!
Now I see why that shit goes on right there.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
I said now I see why Fratangela let his brother fuck his girlfriend. I see how you guys work.
Jesus!
What does Fratanga have to do with
Jesus!
this?
I see how you guys work over the storefront thing. But continue.
Fratanga has nothing to do with this
What the
conversation.
hell?
I see how your storefront arguments go.
I mean, if you really want to get saucy,
Oh wait, chill, Alex. Chill. Nah, man.
Relax.
Chill.
I'm going way left.
This is gonna go left, bro. Fast,
For my
bro.
Dayquil.
it's you know, Bond, for somebody who blocked Fratanga, you sure do talk a lot about him.
Oh yes, because he loves
no.
him and his goons love talking about me.
It's almost like as if the only thing that's missing is for you. You know what? Never mind. I'll hold that back.
Yeah.
Jack, Move. Can you explain to me why you were talking about Nintendo achievements when it had nothing to do with PlayStation crossplay?
That was a smoke I'll try to give him, but you know what I mean?
These achievements, sir.
Sir, were we talking about Nintendo or were we talking about Sony crossplay?
Does PlayStation have crossplay?
Hey, yo,
It
Alex
does.
came with he came with a full
For everyone.
he came with a full clip, yo. Like,
But Jack, can I direct you to a specific tweet? Excuse me.
Tweet?
What's that?
Well,
My goodness.
tweet.
what are you thinking
A
about?
specific. Oh, Erica, you wouldn't want to know. We'll talk about that later. There's a tweet, in fact, by a Post and Reset Era about how Sean Layden said, "We are open for business." Now we know Sony spreads the booty cheeks. We're not going to complain about that, but I wanted to go to a tweet of a reply from the CEO of Chucklefish. They made a game, and they said, "From our side."
Fish?
Yeah, they said from our side we can literally toggle a switch and have it working. But our Sony rep said no.
Is Apex Online crossplay?
No, they want to.
They're working on it.
Spooky.
I got two
Oh, yeah.
questions. Does Sony allow crossplay? Which the answer is yes. Does Nintendo allow achievements? The answer is no. And Nintendo needs achievements.
But see, what's funny thing, Jack, we weren't talking about Nintendo.
And doesn't Nintendo get achievements with the Minecraft? You get Xbox
So
achievements.
why do
But you see, Jack, you know what that's called? That's called
But that's
deflecting.
deflecting.
The thing is, Jack,
yeah.
that's you're deflecting the argument.
PlayStation has crossplay?
Okay, PlayStation has crossplay after being dragged, kicking, and screaming for it.
With the games that and everybody was asking for
PlayStation had crossplay before anybody else.
But you know what's
Thank
crazy?
you.
You know what's crazy about people? Like they were like, we know PlayStation don't want to do crossplay with Xbox. Well, just do it on Fortnite. We'll be satisfied. Just do it on Fortnite. They did it on Fortnite. And y'all still upset.
No.
First off,
It should be across. It should be across the board.
PlayStation had crossplay before everybody else.
Last
Final
generation.
Fantasy 11.
All right, let's see who else is getting their cheeks clapped today. Let's see.
But that's
Erica,
okay, man.
No, you're safe.
I'm safe. All right.
Kofi, no, you're
I
safe.
didn't do anything this week.
Rand, you're safe.
You have any smoke? You have any smoke for Kids Move and
Let
Crackdown?
me
Yo?
finish up on that crossplay thing.
All right, go ahead.
While yes, it would be better and it would be good if everybody had crossplay, but bro, when you got 100 million, your competitor has 30 million. What do you gain for letting those jabronis play with their people?
But that's like, that kind of when you say it like that, Bonnie, kind of sounds like you're writing for the company more than the
they
gamers.
I'm strictly okay. Hear me out. Like I said, it's better for the gamer.
Yeah,
We all play together, right?
It don't
Mhm.
benefit.
But hear me out. If one group has a large player base and the other group has a small player base, and you choke them out, they're just going to want to buy PlayStations to play with everybody else, as opposed to sit where they're at and play with everybody else.
It benefits the developers. It does not benefit the console man.
Exactly.
That's just a known fact. But I mean, they'll get goodwill from it. So
I mean, yeah, obviously it's better if we can all play together.
much.
But
it's better.
But hey,
it's better
even
than
when
we had crossplay, I couldn't get these Xbox bums to play me.
I know. And another thing, ain't they promoting taking out crossplay and Sea of Thieves? Don't they want to get rid of that?
Yep.
I thought everybody wanted to play together. What happened?
Well,
I
I take it out. They want to make it
Summit
optional.
with that one.
Wait, they want to make it optional.
Optional on
But
yeah.
But the
Summit was
Xbox
big.
guys are gonna opt out. Easy.
Yeah, they are.
They're not gonna play with
I want to play
PC.
with everybody. What happened?
Also, they're making it optional to the point that you can select only console users,
because
right?
people were double gunning on PC and just picking off Xbox guys because of the controller. And
Yeah, but Sea of Thieves isn't even a competitive game.
it's not, but they had, but the PC guys had an advantage with the sniper rifle and the double gunning. They were doing macros with the C and E keys, whatever, like on their PC to like so they could switch their guns and you don't have to reload.
Don't
And they were
Xbox
just
got
taking people out like that.
So wait, hold on. What?
People were using macro
They're keyed in.
on their keys. They were using keys. They were using those. They were like making like quick change for their guns. So what happened was they would hit you with a sniper rifle, and then they'll switch to the other gun. So you'll be like a pop shot. And actually, they were creating macros on their keyboard. So if you press one button, it basically will look like a double shot. And it'll hit you with one shot. It'll look like double shot if you slow it down, but it'll be a double shot and it'll be instant kill. So they were just like picking off people left and right.
Yeah.
So what they did was then February 6th update, they basically took the game and they said now there's an animation between switching guns to break that kind of advantage the PC guys had. And then also they want to make sure that the Xbox guys could vote out that they don't want to play PC guys before Arena comes out. And a lot of the PC guys are pissed off because now it's going to be harder for them to find games because of the player pool now is going to be separated because the Xbox guys are going to vote off.
Xbox needs crossplay.
But what I said before was the problem is that the Rare did not think this out. They did not balance this out. And if you want crossplay, it's the developers' response. I think it's fucking Microsoft's responsibility to ensure that everybody is on a level playing field. And there are things in there to do that, to make that decision work. Instead, now they're doing it a year later. They're making this an option, and they're pissing, and they're gonna break their play pool
So
up.
wait a minute. So Xbox fans are more concerned with cross-playing with Nintendo and PlayStation than they are with cross-playing with their own first-party IP. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
Crackdown is
really,
crossplay too.
Who really wants to cross-play between console and PC though?
I didn't ask for it. Nobody does.
I mean, the thing is,
for certain games, I'm with
most
that.
people,
Absolutely.
Game,
I mean,
nobody
that's
does.
Fighting
For-
games, it works
for
the best.
Fighting games.
Fighting games is
Fighting games it
perfect.
works. Yeah,
Perfect.
certain games it does.
You know
most
what?
people aren't even gonna know that you can opt out of Sea of Thieves because it's opt-in
Automatically, right?
right?
Rand
So
make
they,
a great point. Because most crossplay games on PlayStation are crossplay between PC and nobody gives a fuck. They won't crossplay between Switch and Xbox.
yeah, no. So
Nobody care about their PC shit,
but
bro.
I don't know. The PC players who said the pool of users will go down. That's wrong. I mean, Rare just said
It's
it's
66
66%,
Yeah.
66%, 33%.
Well, Rare counted that
right?
because Summit went out and he basically
Well, I
went
know.
after that. You saw
Well,
that,
yeah,
right?
He was upset.
He went crazy, and then Rare
Well,
had
because
to
this whole
respond to him.
stream revolves around him dunking on
Trolling
Xbox
people.
players. Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, but
Trolling
listen,
fucking
you have a game that is designed to be
Be a pirate.
a pirate.
Yeah.
You're supposed to dunk on people.
no, I
You're a
completely agree
pirate.
with you. Summit, yeah, right. But like, I also I've said this to my friends at Xbox. I think it's ridiculous that there are console people who pay $60 for Xbox Live
Mhm.
and PC people who don't. But the console people don't even have an option not to play with the people who don't pay for Xbox Live.
And could have an advantage with the input.
So then why don't you provide this option to them?
They are. So you
Don't
can
pay
opt out.
for Xbox Live.
Well,
Yeah.
Smooth, how do you feel
Yo.
about that, by the way, Smooth? Yo? How do you
That's
feel
exactly
about
what they need to
how do you
do.
feel about that, Smooth?
Yeah, no, it's irritating.
I mean, like, you know,
I don't
PC
get it. It's
players
just-
getting the Xbox Live. Now Microsoft has reports that they're trying to make, you know, Xbox Live better and big, like they're trying to expand it more to iOS,
Yeah, at
to
some point,
Android, all of that
they do
shit.
that. I just want them
So
to
how
make.
do you feel that the Xbox group is the only ones paying for Xbox Live? How do you feel?
I feel like everybody should have to pay for it, or everybody shouldn't have to pay for it.
Well,
okay.
I'm telling you
It-
now, it's going to
That's
be
actually a
free.
good answer.
It's going
That's
to be
actually a good
free
answer from
literally
Smooth.
everywhere
That is
except
the best
console.
answer.
That's
a
free
good answer.
everywhere but the console. That makes
It'll
no
be
sense.
it's gonna be free on PC. It's gonna be free on mobile. It's gonna be free on Nintendo Switch. It'll be free on wherever else. The only place you're gonna have to pay for Xbox Live is the console.
That's just
See, my question is,
Hey, that's what I'm
I wish
saying.
it
Like, that's
shouldn't
trash.
be. It shouldn't be like that. I feel like if you have Xbox Live, you just have, and you're paying for it, you have access to all these devices. It shouldn't be, oh, it's free for everybody else. That's on these devices. But if you have the console, I feel like if I'm paying for Xbox Live, because I'm paying for it, I can bring it.
Now you have
into it with
access.
me.
Now you have access
It
to
should
it
be the other way
on.
around. It should be free on Xbox. and
It should be
cost
nice.
money.
That's the
Yeah.
best. That's the best solution.
Yeah.
It should just be free on Xbox if they're making it free on everything.
Unless they completely change their strategy for next gen and just drop gold completely.
Yeah.
And just have multiplayer available for
Honestly,
all.
That would be huge.
here's what
That
they
would
should
be
do.
That
absolutely
would be
huge.
what they need to
Here's what
do,
they should
yeah.
do.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that would
drop
be huge.
gold.
Because
Right.
have they ever answered
just
that
do
damn
Games Pass.
question?
That's
Nope.
it.
I don't
Your bar-
know.
No, they never did. Never
No,
answered why.
I'm pretty sure when they do these interviews, right, they probably say, okay, these are the questions that you can
Yeah, of
access. These are
course,
the
of
questions
course.
that, you know, because they always go through pre-production, right? Don't let that shit fool you. All these interviews go through pre-productions and they talk about all the questions that they can talk about, you know, and stuff that they can't. So I'm pretty sure they'd be like, all right, yo, don't bring up this type of questions. So,
It's a huge loss of revenue for them. I can't see them just dropping
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I think it might be a little too late
That's
for
$2
that. That's
billion,
what I'm saying.
bro.
I don't know.
And they have tried it so many times before. We've seen this Windows Live on PC. They've tried to get that Xbox Live on PC.
I'm saying they make too much money. So you know,
They
Mister,
tried it, failed. Like
you know,
that's why. It,
fight a good fight, Bond, yo. What do you think about this? This case, yo. Do you think
About what? I'm sorry.
Is it- gamers? Is it possible for gamers or Xbox gamers to make Xbox Live free on the console if they
No.
like do some sort of
They've
boycott?
already been fucked in the
Too late,
ass
right?
long.
It's too late, right?
Too late.
Right?
So
I feel like it's
every
too late too,
so
yo.
Nintendo, PC, Android, iOS, everybody's gonna have Xbox Live for free, except for Xbox.
Xbox gamers,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
that's what it sounds like.
Slapping the goddamn face.
Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful if you ask me. That's
Like,
And I can understand on mobile and stuff if it's just achievements or shit like that. But like PC, yeah, I could play. I'm gonna play Crackdown tonight.
but you need a party chat though. Like
Pie
it's a
chat
party
you
chat
could do
as well.
on your phone for free. You
for
can do
free
it on
though,
X-
right? Because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
on
you need
Xbox.
to pay, right, for Xbox, right? For party chat. Or
No,
no?
no.
Oh, it's free?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
I
then
can
they
go
changed
call
it.
my
on the
right now.
console, on the console, party chat's locked behind gold.
That's
on
what
the
I was asking.
console.
That's what I was
Yeah.
asking.
No,
Damn,
Android,
really?
you can fuck on my
Yeah,
phone.
there's
you
like
can't-
there's
can't
3.
fight
So I
You
think
can't
there's
party chat on Xbox without having a gold subscription.
That's
I'm pretty sure.
crazy.
on the
pretty sure.
console.
so multiplayer access is locked, party chat's locked, and the games. Everything else is free.
Yeah, that's crazy. They need to change that. Yeah, the fact that they're offering it free
Can you
on
share play without gold? Can you share play?
What do you
I
mean?
don't think
Share-
there's
share
share. There's no
play?
share play.
Oh, they do the
on
family.
No, you mean
No,
like,
like record your game.
no, you share play. Share play
No.
is you know you don't need gold
Thinking-
for that. Or
yeah, that's
game
just
sharing or whatever.
profiles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the account locked.
And if someone does have gold and game shares with someone who doesn't, they have gold too.
All right, another question
Okay,
for,
okay.
for
That's
Game
awesome.
Pass. Game Pass as well, right? Those games that have multiplayer, do you need a gold subscription on top of that?
Of course.
Yes, you do.
See,
Oh,
PlayStation not
man.
like that.
PlayStation, they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation now you don't need.
And also, free to
Nope.
play games are locked behind a paywall too, as well.
Yes.
Those,
But they gotta
Division
correct.
2
They gotta correct those things, yo. They
those
gotta-
Division 2 pre-orders are looking pretty high on PC. Alex, what's
It's
going
higher
on
than the
there?
first, and it's not on Steam.
What happened?
What?
Division
What?
2. You say
Pre-orders are high and it's not on
Division 2
Steam.
pre-orders on PC are pretty high. What's good with that?
Higher than the first game.
They're making a better game.
It's not on Steam though. A lot of people say it was gonna die because it was on Steam.
I mean, I never did. I say that?
No.
I don't know. Did you? Oh, shit.
No, I think
There you go.
he's bringing it up because
So,
of the
like-
fact that it's on a different storefront. That's all.
They
Okay,
holding it hostage, man.
that's
Y'all supposed to be-
fine.
Y'all supposed to be boycotting it. What y'all doing?
But what I think is crazy, you're talking about
The thing is
storefront.
the issue. Okay,
Supposed
the
to be
issue.
boycotted it.
The issue with Metro compared to games like The Division is that the Division was never the Division 2, excuse me, was never on Steam in the first place.
And
Then it was never ripped off Steam.
I never
and then bought to be
never
put on the Epic
disagree.
Games
I
Store.
never disagreed with you on the Metro point.
So, what were you trying to bring something up, Clown Shoes? What's going on?
Oh shit!
I just brought up a fact. How you react to it, that's you.
I mean, it sounds like you just got so blasted 5 minutes ago that you're reaching for anything, Clown Shoes. What's going on?
Jack, I just brought up a statement of fact. Why is he getting so offended?
I'm not getting offended. The thing is, I find it hilarious how, like, randomly, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you bring this up,
Oh shit!
trying to like fight your way back to this
Jesus,
like
Alex.
thing where you were before.
Oh,
shit.
no.
I mean, I think what you should do. Look, here. Let's
Alex,
be honest,
ease
Bond.
up,
Bond,
buddy.
let's do this. Let's do this.
Ooh.
You just finished your last trip in Invisalign, right?
No, I'm on.
You got like what?
I had
Invisalign for
I
it.
got 11, 12, 13, and 14 left.
Oh, you got it. But you know what? They look. It looks great. So what
Looks
you need to do is
I
take
had
your
that.
beautiful smiling teeth, turn around.
How do we get all the way over here from?
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it right back. I'm gonna bring it right back. Don't worry. Turn around.
Right,
Right.
I ain't turning around with you.
Suck off your boy for Tanga because y'all just
I
gonna
ain't
make out
turning around
together
with
anyway.
you.
Right. And then as deep as you're reaching to try and come back from the burn you caught today, just reach all the way back around, put your hand in your own ass, pull yourself inside out, and then tell me you're done.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm about to rewind this and go. How do we get from the Division 2 pre-orders doing better than the last game to this?
Oh man.
You brought it up, baby. Don't worry, Clown.
You guys remember
Jesus.
you remember the days when these two were a tag
I know I
team?
did a booty box.
Your brothers and what happened?
Man,
But I ain't got to admit he like
It's
metal.
called. Listen, boys
yeah,
and
you see
girls.
what
Listen.
I said? The Epic
Boys and
Epic
girls.
game store has made people go crazy.
You got to understand what is called a work and what is called a shoot.
The Epic game store has
Are you
made
gonna
people
be-
going crazy.
And when a work is done well, you think that it's a shoot.
The Epic game store has made PC gamers go crazy. I'm convinced.
Alex you in your bag right now. I see you.
I'm in my bag. see?
Sometimes you work yourself
All right,
into a
guys, I'm about
shoot.
to get out of here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we about
But
to wrap up.
That's when the
too.
work is really good, and you can't tell.
And then you end up like Dean Ambrose in AEW.
Alex,
Oh shit.
you planning on buying Metro or nah?
No,
No, he's not going to buy it until it comes to Steam
He's
next year.
going to be like, screw Epic and
Now, Alex, I hope you aren't one of those jabronis that review bombed the prior two games, are you?
Oh,
no. Actually, I bought those games twice. I bought.
But I'm
them
saying
when they
I hope
first
you
came
didn't
out,
go
and then I
and
bought
review
the.
bomb them.
Why would I review bomb a game?
I don't know. A lot of people did.
Mm.
I mean,
All right, yo, let's wrap up. It's getting late.
All right,
Yeah,
clown
yeah.
shoes. You reaching? You reaching still, clown shoes?
No,
What's
I
going
just
on?
Jesus Christ. I asked a question. You said no.
Let's wrap it up, guys. I gotta read some
Clown
super
shoes
chats.
is reaching, boys and girls. What's going
Alex
on?
on weapon
I gotta read some super chats.
This guy is right. Alex doesn't deserve good games.
Oh shit!
Dang.
I don't deserve good games.
No.
Here we go.
Oh, these guys gonna fight forever. Yo, let's wrap it up so we can get out of
Can we
here.
get a fight forever chant? In the,
I knew you were going with that.
Can we get a fight forever chant in the
Don't
chat?
tell him that.
Oh my God, that's
fight
a
forever.
Can we get a fight forever, please?
Today's
All right.
Valentine's Day match.
Matt Roman says nice Dodgers hat. Kofi.
Hold on, we didn't even talk about the Nintendo Direct, did we?
I'm talking about that next podcast. This was strictly Xbox podcast. Talk about that next podcast. Luca says people complaining about Crackdown like they didn't know that game was going to be trash. This community just likes to cry. It's funny to watch.
Smooth act like he didn't know it was gonna be trash.
Hustle Motive says pony up, Jack.
Yeah, I see you, baby.
Lee Green says slaving hard, but you still look lovely today, Jack.
Mm.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hovey says fanboys hold the brand they don't like to a higher standard in order to justify hating it. Redhood 420 says Phil was president of Xbox Studios. He gave the okay. That's when we were talking about the Microsoft stuff. The Ravenflow says much respect, but Nintendo gave Jack 2 L's from Platinum Games. Jackson owed me $20, by the way. Bayonetta and Astral are about to be lit. Platinum, True Kryptonite are Platinum's True Kryptonite are bad publishers.
False.
That Ninja Turtle games.
Yeah. Tony Plays Game says 40. 60 is the new 90.
Well, the thing is, if you do math right, and you go to the first game and you take that number.
Wait, is he talking about Metacritic or frame rate?
Metacritic.
Metacritic.
Jesus.
Who said that today? He said,
Did Livewire's Gaming say that 60 is the new 90?
Yeah, 69 the new 90. Yeah, 89.
Probably gonna butcher your name, but I believe it's Eduardo or something like that. Do y'all think this is any indication on the quality of games that will be on Game Pass going forward into next generation? No, I actually don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think it's gonna get better from here. Ninja Theory, very promising. Coalition, I like what they're doing, and hopefully the initiative drops on fire. A lot of hope. I know. The Raven Flow. Let's be real, Smooth. Ori, Cuphead, and Sunset Overdrive are the best new IPs to hit Xbox. I agree. Carlos says, at Kofi, he's lying like the cloud power.
Fuck that Ninja Turtle looking ass nigga. Like,
Wow.
Where do you come from, yo?
no, that fucking penguin ass dude. So he probably super cat like 3 times, man.
The one you said like he had drugs hanging out his ass.
Slinging crack out of his ass. Is that what you said?
Bro, that was the funniest shit, bro. Oh my god.
Carlos Fernandez again with another super chat. He says, yo, pull this man's player card. He's done tinfoil hat syndrome.
Damn.
The Ravenflow says the Illuminati screwed Crackdown. Rossetti says Kid Smooth is now Kid Jonas. Sofa Spy says Bush did Crackdown 3 conspiracy. Hashtag conspiracy. Tony Plays Game says Titanfall 1 and 2 are the way to use the cloud. They use the cloud in Titanfall 2? Are the way to use the cloud?
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about
Yo,
that.
Metacritic says that Crackdown 3 is the 13th best Xbox game.
I saw that.
Holy.
That's crazy. I have to go check that. Carlos Fernandez again with the super chat. He says, so what's the ending since you beat the first Kid Jones, Smooth? I think he's talking about what's the end of Crackdown 1? He's asking you, Smooth.
He's asking me?
Yeah, what's the end?
You saved the world.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't beat Crackdown 1. I beat Crackdown 2, though. T Dummy says, Kofi, Smooth said you play Xbox games for the memes. No, I don't. I play the ones that I like.
What does he mean by the memes? Like,
I think for the
internet
moments,
memes?
yeah, for the moments, maybe to talk shit, but that's not really the case. I like joking. I do like cracking jokes. The funny thing, I crack jokes on everybody though. Like, I don't know why people like crying.
I like internet memes over Metal Gear memes.
Or you like Metal Gear enough to watch the whole.
Yeah. It keeps me intrigued, but the gameplay is I prefer Splinter Cell. We'll leave it at that.
Firewood says, so what exactly was the extra dev time used for? Kid Slew, can you explain?
I'm
pretty sure there was a quote saying that they delayed the game to put it on the same level as Halo and Gears. I think I remember saying that.
No, they didn't say that. They said they want it.
But they did say that this is the game that we deserve. They're delaying it to make it the game that we deserve. So this is what they think we deserve, a nice 60.
Well, because wherever it was, Jez, please, man.
My dislike.
Ravenflow of another donation says, someone give Kofi's Xbox a freaking or fucking shower. It's ashy. Yeah, it's right. I haven't popped it on in a while. Yeah, I just have it on the shelf. Jay Harvey, shout out to Jay Harvey. He'll be on Press Start Podcast next week. He says Kofi's OG Xbox got that same amount of dust as most people's Xbox One X's.
Facts.
Gideon says, look at my Twitter, the Hustle Man, for proof that there is zero media bias. I have receipts. Red Hood 420 says, bruh, Smooth, you are nasty. 2125 says, what's up, Kofi, Erica, Jack, and Press Start visitors? Kid is cool, but your fandom is getting scary, man. No joke, bro. It's just gaming. Yoshi Space Dragon says, yo, Jack, good news for you. The director of Bayonetta 2 has left for Platinum Games. Is this the beginning of the end for Platinum Games, as you predicted? No.
Can I admit something to the podcast?
I think what you gonna say.
I like Bayonetta a lot.
Bayonetta.
It's
first one.
Bayonetta is a really good game.
Yeah, I like the games too. Carlos Fernandez again with the donation. Appreciate it. Says, Smooth, do you swallow? Laughing my ass off.
What the fuck?
Wow.
The Ravenflow says he's trying to play free to play without gold. Jay Harvey says, Kid Smooth got up, right, left, Down syndrome. Oh my god. Melon Matt paid $5 to be unblocked. Jez looks like Tommy Pickles after a midlife crisis. So he's with the smoke. A1 Knowledge says Alex and Bond used to be companions. Kiss and make out. I meant make up. There we go.
Wait a minute.
All right, that's gonna be PayPal $69 to both.
You with it, both?
Daniel.
Last time somebody donated $100 to me on PayPal, they wouldn't leave me alone for 2 years. So I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious? Wait, explain that story.
Yeah, and he still goes on about me every day.
We'll put it like that.
He said, "Bond, I love you."
We're still waiting for him to meet up for the MVP in Florida.
Daniel says, "Turn on your webcam, Daddy." I'm guessing.
Oh, I guess that's me. Yeah. I know. I'm full of spit up. You don't want to see me. I'm terrible.
All right, so that's it for the podcast today. It was a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Shout out to all the people watching the podcast live.
Wait a minute. Wait. I got to back in. Hold on. Bond, when you coming down to Florida?
Oh, shit.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I know we're planning a trip in Miami. It might be after April, though.
Okay.
All right, let's wrap up, guys. Let's wrap up. Let's say that for the after show.
Okay.
All right. So shout out to everyone tuning in. The podcast will be on iTunes, SoundCloud. Shout out to everyone who hit the like button. Let's try and get this at least, over 300 likes. Would really appreciate it. So we're gonna go ahead and do the outros. We're gonna start off with the guest, Bond.
What's going on? Smooth. When can I expect Devil May Cry 5?
I told you got to fight me if you want a game.
Shit.
We're just going to dock it from your Patreon, man. That's okay.
You're gonna fight me?
But yeah, thanks for having me on. Shout out to the Epic Game Store and all the tiers that it brings me. I appreciate it.
Did you say he's gonna fight you?
Yeah. Check me out on YouTube and Twitter. Twitter's where most of the action happens because I'm not as active on YouTube as I used to be.
Yeah. Brand, thanks for popping up, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Really enjoyed the show, and I look forward to Kid playing some Crackdown 3. Hope you stream it, buddy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to see it.
Kid Smooth.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I apologize to anybody I may have like verbally assaulted today. All the quote unquote assault has worn off. I still believe I handled it well, but
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
But yeah, I mean, Crackdown comes out in a few hours, so those who still hype for it, you know what I mean. I'll be online playing. So shout out to the Press Star fam.
Yeah, respect. Make sure y'all check out Planet Xbox every Wednesday, I believe, at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, some shit like that.
9:30. Make sure y'all check that out. Jez.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Jez7780. Grinds my gears. Go check out my channel. Smooth is I think he'll come back and subscribe to my channel. But yeah, I do my Grinds My Gears show, and yeah, it's always a pleasure, guys. Thank you for inviting me. Always have a fun time with you guys.
Jack.
Appreciate y'all for watching this week, man. Podcast was lit. All right. A lot of smoke going on around this motherfucker. But check me out on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Jack Move Johnny. And yeah, appreciate y'all for watching.
Erica.
Yeah, thank you to the guests for coming through. Sorry I was kind of quiet this episode. We're tired, but we didn't get to talk about what?
We know what you were doing. You were poking the bear, making the trolls happen, and I know.
Well, when people are talking about my cum tastes better, I mean, Erica kind of, yeah.
It kind of shied off a little bit, I guess. But we didn't get to talk about Apex Legends. That game is fire. I just wanted to tell you guys.
Next podcast, we're gonna recap all the stuff we
I just want to let everyone know. But yeah, Erica's for the win. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.
Gotta get Erica, Gabby, and Luca back on Weapon Wheel again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again. That was a good time.
I tell you what, Erica sounded so excited just now when you brought that up again, Vaughn.
I don't throw cardboard at her.
Throw what?
I don't throw cardboard at her.
He's talking about that guy, yo. That guy.
Yeah.
No, that was a good time though. It was with the girls.
Somebody threw cardboard at you?
No, he's not getting the reference. He's not getting.
I'm not. That's a deep cut.
This chick on live stream.
They're saying queef for the win. You guys.
Yes. Yes.
And Alex, do the outro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for showing up so late, but I wanted to hand out all the cheeks and claps for the evening. The little man is asleep. Finally, it took like 2 hours to put him down. But I'm beating some games this year. J-Man doesn't have any games beat, right?
No.
Yo, Jack, what you got right now, Jack?
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yo, Jack, how many games you got to beat real quick?
Hey, man, I'm at the end of Persona 4, dog.
Bro.
I got 6 games beat, bro. Come on, bro. Catch up. 6 games beat, bro.
BG and Smokey Dog just put out videos on Crackdown 3's damage control.
Oh man. But either way, definitely oh no, it's queef is the way to go. And thanks everybody for coming by and watching. I will be back next Thursday. And streams will resume whenever little dude sleeps a full 8 hours. So
Alex, what do you think about the Crackdown fallout?
It's expected.
You want more boom, man?
I mean, I think it's.
I forgot to say that. Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed all the boom.
Yo, was that guy paid? Did anybody ever figure that out?
Nah, he's in the game.
He's in the game.
Oh, he's
he voiced the character too, so he's obviously.
What was that, Erica?
Biased. So
There you go. Okay, Crackdown.
Yeah, I'm also filed a lawsuit against Crackdown for stealing my likeness and everything. Hey, Booker T is suing Activision, so why can't I sue Crackdown?
Alex.
Yo, post the character that you look like on Twitter, yo. Post the character.
Crackdown 3 is supposed to be Phil Spencer's baby, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Is this how you treat your baby? How you treat your baby? Your parent.
Okay.
Like, Alex, you heard about Booker T suing Activision, right?
As a parent, I would not be so irresponsible to bring something into the world like Crackdown 3 in the first place.
Yeah, you got to abort that.
Well, I didn't say that, but
But okay.
okay.
Talk about it like that.
All right, yo, that's it for it this week, guys. We'll see you guys back next week at our regular time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out, and see you guys next week. Take it easy, people.